Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then, too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier, too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
All right, Casey. Well, let's stay in the NE8. How about New Haven handing Huntington North a big 57-27 loss to end the regular season? And those two teams will match up in the first round of the sectional, this time at Huntington North. So they'll be on grass. But wow, what a way to finish the season for Jakar Williams, who threw for over 300 yards.
Yeah, Jakar is a man. We've known that for 3 years. And I really love this kid's game. I love the fact that New Haven is peaking at the right time. You talk to Coach Kyle Brewer, he'll tell you that. The Bulldogs, to put up 57 points a week ago against a decent Huntington North team is really, really impressive. Now they got to play him again. And Coach said it's hard to beat a team 2 times in the same season, let alone in a week's time. So this is an opportunity for New Haven, I think, to go on the road, prove that they can win outside of Young Stadium and in what could be some slippery conditions in Huntington. But last week, man, that game was close. It was back and forth, and then the New Haven Bulldogs just put it to the Vikings.
Casey, with New Haven, Mylan Graham and Quantry Sanders, this is a really, really interesting sectional, and we've been talking about it all year long with these Class 4A teams in the area. Do you feel like they have what it takes to maybe pull off a sectional title this year?
No doubt about it. I mean, truthfully, there's several teams in this sectional 20 that I think could wind up holding the hardware here in a couple of weeks. All 8 teams, I wouldn't discount any of them, even Southside at 1-7. I think Southside's got enough athletes. They could rise up and win this game at Delta tomorrow night and make a little bit of noise themselves. So I wouldn't discount anybody. Mississinawa at 6-2 is probably the maybe the favorite, but I like Wayne and New Haven to make noise. I would love nothing more than to see Wayne come out of the top half and that ground game with Lamar and Nelson going up against Jakar Williams and the New Haven Bulldogs coming from the bottom half of the bracket. So it's going to be a fantastic sectional. I think there's a ton of parity there, and any of those games could go either way. I think Mississinawa is a big favorite against Jay County. Other than that, nothing would surprise me from those other 3 games.
The start of sectional showdowns here in the 2-6-0. And we find ourselves tonight at Huntington North High School Kriegbaum Field here on the campus of Huntington North for a rematch, a matchup of the Week 9 matchup to end the regular season between the New Haven Bulldogs and the Huntington North Vikings. Welcome in, Fort Wayne football fanatics. I am Blake Baker. I'm the play-by-play tonight, joined by Steve Orth And on the camera, his son Aiden Orth, we're delighted to bring you postseason football tonight and what should be an excellent rematch between these two teams. And if you recall, last week, New Haven took this one 57-27, but Steve, as the saying goes, postseason is a whole new slate.
Yeah, and it's tough. You know, you got Huntington North's got to make some adjustments this week. Obviously, last week losing by 30, but that was on turf. So they're at home tonight, so maybe the home field advantage will come and bring them some good luck to keep playing in sectional play.
Yeah, one of their final games could be one of their final games on grass, I should say. They're building a beautiful new stadium right across the street from where we are. That should have some playing turf going forward, but tonight they are playing on the grass. And you mentioned adjustments Huntington North is going to make. New Haven's got a little bit to adjust to as well, or maybe just anticipate those Huntington North adjustments. I talked to Coach Boer of New Haven, Kyle Boer, a little bit earlier this week, and you know, in a week where you play a team back-to-back the second week in a row, he said it's not really about competing against them, but it's more so executing your system, finding out maybe where you had flaws. And putting up 57 points, they probably don't have a lot, but Huntington North will be throwing some adjustments at them. So a lot to watch for here tonight.
Yeah, and the big thing is now Huntington North knows New Haven's speed. I think last week they couldn't prepare for it prior to the week. Now they know who their speedsters are, and we know that Jakar Williams can run the ball. He went 88 yards last week on a touchdown run. So I think Huntington North has a little bit better understanding of New Haven's speed this week.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Jakar Williams actually led them in rushing last year. He's a 3-year starter. I'm sure if you watched our broadcast last week on SummitCitySports.com, you heard all about that. He is the playmaker on this offense. He's the engine. He's the catalyst. He makes this thing go. He does have a backfield mate in Quantry Sanders. He's a sophomore. Actually, a young skill position, like a skill unit overall for New Haven. Quantry Sanders, James Hardy the fourth. You got Mylan Graham. All these guys are big-time threats that, like you said, Huntington North had to get used to last week.
Yeah, and the other thing that New Haven has done a pretty good job this year is their defense. They beat Columbia City 21-0. That was pretty a big surprise. They were coming off 2 games of losing streak against Leo and Norwell, and then they surprised Columbia City, beating Columbia City, who was at the time pretty close to undefeated there, and beat them 21-0. And then they beat Belmont 42-14, and then they lost to East Noble 45-13. And then last week here at home they beat Huntington North 57-27. So they're coming off a win, and Huntington North, they've struggled a bit this year. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Their only wins this year were against Jay County 45-13 and against Belmont 34-17. So they're trying to get in the win column here tonight and keep their season alive.
No doubt, yeah. Huntington North, like you mentioned, they are on a 4-game losing streak entering this game. The freshest wound being that one against New Haven. But this is a pretty different offense if you think about New Haven's kind of spread style. Throw this one around, bubble screens, quick passes over the middle, those kind of things. Huntington North packs all 11 guys right in the box and kind of dares you to defend the run. And it's an offense that can really hurt you if you don't, if you're not efficient on offense, if you turn the ball over, things like that. Huntington North is really a team that can hurt you, and New Haven knows that. Those are things that they're, Coach Boer also talked to me about. They're trying to address. This Huntington North offense, 5th in the league in terms of the NE8 conference in total yardage, just shy of 3,000 total yards, 5.6 yards a play. Most of that is coming on the ground. Like I mentioned, they are 5th in the league in rushing, over 2,100 yards. New Haven just below them in each of those categories. So pretty evenly matched teams. The last week maybe could throw you for a loop when it comes to that fact, but I wholeheartedly believe that, and I think we're going to see a slightly different version of Huntington North and New Haven tonight.
Yeah, I think the game's going to be a little bit closer than it was last week. Last week you dealt with a wet field and some wet conditions. Tonight it's dry. Field looks like it's in pretty good shape. Not a lot of mud out there. I mean, we saw a lot of games last week where players were covered in mud if they played on grass fields. A lot of teams were playing on turf, though.
Yeah, and you think maybe the rain would have played a little bit to Huntington North's advantage tonight, trying to slow down those speedsters from New Haven, like you mentioned. But we've done a whole lot of talking so far. Before we go any further, why don't we go ahead and thank some of our sponsors that make all of this possible. And we'll go ahead and start with Big Eyed Fish. They have been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions, and come enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. And next, we'd like to thank Kelly Automotive Group. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for more than 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. And you're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process, from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. And Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills, too. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole-body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on the Coliseum Boulevard, right by Blaze Pizza. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping to get your driver's license reinstated, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. And Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. And, of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Just over 8 minutes to go before we kick this one off. Sectional 20 opener here at Kriegbaum Field. We'll go to a quick break and we'll come back and let you get in on the scoop before the game starts on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Just over 5.5 minutes left here before we kick this one off.
Welcome to Craigbaum Field. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all
Good
fans
matchup between these two, pending for sure.
Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable.
Yeah, coaches tonight for the New Haven Bulldogs, Kyle Boer, he's in his 4th year as a head coach. His first year at New Haven. Overall record is 10-29. He's 4-5 at New Haven. And the Huntington North Vikings are coached by Bob Prescott. He's 8-22 in his 3rd year at Huntington North. He's 109-152 in his 25th year overall. We're ready for the national anthem.
Now where we sit, 3 minutes exactly left on the clock here in this one. You mentioned Bob Prescott, been around a long time in this game. Hasn't won a sectional, though, since his days with Knightstown in 2009. This is a very winnable sectional for him, though, and it starts tonight against a very familiar New Haven team.
Yeah, and Coach Prescott, he's got the red tie on tonight. You know, you could have a tie event in the sectional final if Wayne wins through with Sherwood Haydock and Bob Prescott. It could be a tie game.
Very similar styles on the field. They both like to run the ball, pack it in, and very similar styles on the fits of the coaches. Might be seeing that. Yeah, that would be if both of those teams win their sectional. Of course, Wayne is competing in sectional 19, and they play host to Marion tonight. Actually, they might be at Marion.
Yeah, that's talking sectional 19. We're here in sectional 20.
No, actually, they are in this sectional.
Yep, so it would meet in the final.
The sectional final. I got ahead of myself a little bit.
So the winner of this game will play next week against the winner of, we got Jay County, Mississinewa. So Jay County 3-6, who Huntington North beat Jay County, and then Mississinewa 6-2, who New Haven has played in the past. New Haven out on the field right now. Huntington North's getting ready to make their last run onto the field potentially here at Craig Baum Stadium, as they are building a new stadium on campus.
It's pretty looking too. Big old archway coming in. The only thing they're missing is a playing turf. Supposed to be done by October of this year, but we like to make the grass last just one more game, hopefully. So hopefully for Huntington North anyway. So they are out on the field. Both these teams ready to go. We're under a minute to play here at Craigbaum Field. Set for some action in the 2-6-0 NE8 conference foes, as we mentioned.
New Haven's in the gold pants, white jerseys with some purple trim, and the gold helmets with the numbers on the side. Huntington North in the black helmets with black pants, black jerseys with some white and red trim. Captains are meeting at midfield. Huntington North's captain's number 55, Silas Updike, and New Haven's captain's is number 54, Connor Cannon, and number 10, Isaac Carswell. Now, Isaac Carswell is the defensive anchor for the Bulldogs.
No doubt.
Coming to the night, he has over 95 tackles, 85 solo tackles, so he's the guy to watch on defense here tonight.
I'm sure we'll be calling his name a lot tonight. And looking at the Huntington North fellas out there from left to right, we got Landon Zeider, number 15, Dylan Trout, number 86, number 33 is Wyatt Couch, and number 73 is Gavin Babb. Those are your captains representing the Huntington North Vikings, and we'll get you the results of this coin flip as soon as we have them, as the white hat is out there making known the expectations. These two teams know each other. They know what's coming. They're all amped up. Isaac Carswell, one of those 3-year starters. You could say Jakar Williams is the quarterback of that offense as a 3-year starter, and Carswell is the quarterback of that defense as a 3-year starter. So Huntington won the toss, decided to defer. And that means that New Haven will receive the ball to start this game. Looking at the standings in the Northeast 8 Conference this year, Huntington North, one of the 3 teams that are 1-6, filling out the bottom 3 spots. They beat Belmont as their only conference win, and New Haven in the top half of the league, but 4th overall, so they're 4-3. They've lost to the top 3 teams, Leo, Norwell, East Noble, and beat the bottom 4 teams in Columbia City, this Huntington North squad, Belmont, and DeKalb. But again, none of that even matters. You might as well throw that out the window when the postseason comes around, and both us and the players on the field, we're all ready to kick this thing off on SummitCitySports.com. We thank you very much for tuning in with us. However you found us, whether it's through IHSAA.tv, whether it's through our Facebook page on SummitCitySports.com itself, we're glad you're here with us, and we're glad to be watching some Fort Wayne High School football.
Kicking off for Huntington North will be number 32, Jason Tisch. He's a freshman, 5'9", 161 pounds.
You beat me to it. I'm trying to read the numbers. The grading of the numbers might give me a little bit of trouble.
It's hard to see on the sides.
Yeah. No, but a beautiful October night here. One of our final October Friday nights.
Kamari Clofton and Mylan Graham are back deep for the Bulldogs.
Toich raises a hand. Once this whistle blows, he'll go. He winds up, sends it deep. A little bit short kick. There's the up man. That's number 8, Trey Thomas, defensive back. Minimal return. Huntington North happy about it. They'll take over on defense against, like we said, very speedy. Big play threats in some of these outside guys. Mylan Graham, a guy to watch. Actually, in the sectional last year as a freshman, had 3 touchdowns against Southside, albeit that was in a loss. But made a splash in the postseason last year. And for all intents and purposes, that's exactly what New Haven hopes to happen tonight. So Jakar Williams is going to set up in the empty set, trips to his left. He's got Mylan Graham in the boundary to his right, as well as James Hardy at tight end. Now here comes Mylan Graham across formation. Jakar Williams is going to fake it and keep it, rolls around back to his right. That stiff arm is mean, but didn't get him a whole lot that time. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, if not a few feet behind. But good job swarming, not fooled by that Huntington North defense.
Yeah, it looks like number 12 on the tackle there, Keegan Landrum.
You'll be hearing his name carrying the ball a lot, or at least taking every single snap. He is the Huntington North quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like Huntington North's in the 3-4 defense, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers.
Here comes Graham again, this time rolling behind Jakar Williams, and Williams going to hand it off to, is that Quantry Sanders? No, it's Trey Bates, number 16. Quantry Sanders, their leading rusher, not taking the first handoff of the game, but a good game for Trey Bates. Picked up a first down. That'd be a gain of 10 yards. Just got right to the front of the sticks there. Bates will line up once again behind Williams in the shotgun.
36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Into the bottom of your screen for New Haven. Number 17, Martin King, one of their offensive starters. Mylan Graham in the slot. James Hardy the fourth, once again at tight end, this time to Jakar Williams left. And yes, Trey Bates will line up behind him in the shotgun. So another first down snap here for Williams. He takes it. He's going to hand that one to Bates with the pulling guard. Follows him, but a good tackle. Maybe number 14 for the Vikings. That would be Bailey Landrum. As far as I know, as far as I've been told and learned, of no relation to Keegan Landrum, but those two are going to be making plays for Huntington North if I could anticipate it correctly.
Looks like a gain of 1, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So here we go. Twins to Williams right. 3 down for Huntington North. They'll rush on the snap. He fakes and delivers it quick to a falling Mylan Graham, who couldn't haul that one in. Not sure if he had to readjust on the ball or just kind of lost his footing.
Yeah, he comes down with that catch. That'd be a first down. That brings up a 3rd, and I think it's 3rd and 8. Scoreboard says 9, but I'm thinking Bates got 2 on that play before.
Right thereabouts. But a big early down for this Huntington North defense. You talked to them, they rush 3, but don't always get pressure with 3. There were a few times last week where Williams had lots of time to throw, and this time wastes no time. Delivers that one to number 13. That's Gabe Nofzinger, and I don't think he's got enough. They like that little bubble screen. I haven't seen it to Nofziger a whole lot, but that time blocks out in front of him, not quite good enough. Huntington North sneaks through, and they'll force
like a pickup of about 4 on that play.
Not quite enough. So they got halfway there, and they'll have to punt. Deep man for Huntington North appears to be number 28, Luke Tooch. And punting for New Haven, their punter, Jakar Williams. There's a snap, a little bit of a rush, but he gets it away. Takes a nifty little bounce there. Kind of sideways, though. It'll go out right around the 25-yard line. So flipping the field a little bit is Jakar Williams. Like to see the quarterback there also chipping in a little bit to the field position battle as much as he can. And now this run-heavy offense of Huntington North will take back over. Saw a lot of Luke Tooch last week. You'll see some Noah Wagner involved as well, number 19. Bailey Landrum also will line up as a fullback. They really pack it in on this offense. Keegan Landrum is the one that runs the show. He lines up with, I believe that's Tooch to his left, and Cam McCarver, the fullback, to his right for his first snap of the game. And there's Landrum, who handed to Tooch, who quick hitter, but nothing doing. The left side of that New Haven D-line crashing immediately. This is great linebacker play you're going to see from New Haven. You mentioned Isaac Carswell. Jakar Williams also out there as a defensive player. Chris Stewart, number 7.
2nd and 11 at the 25.
They'll defend this 2nd down after a loss of 1. In motion from Wagner. They'll hand it off to him along the left side, but keeping contained is New Haven, and nothing doing. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage there. Maybe a foot or two ahead. They're just about at the original line of scrimmage. So that means it's about 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. And immediately a big down for Huntington North to try and convert here.
Yeah, New Haven's defense, you got the 3 down linemen and then 2 outside backers on the line there.
Landrum lines up for another snap. Wagner in motion once again, fakes it to him, rolls to his right, delivers a lofting pass into double coverage, but nearly caught by Dylan Trout. And he's got more than a few inches on number 8, Trey Thomas for New Haven. Trout is listed at 6'4", 197. Trey Thomas, 5'8", 150. But don't let that fool you. Trey Thomas, a good defensive back. He's got a pair of picks this year. Last season led him with 3. Talented defensive backfield for New Haven. Nothing against him that time. Trout is a good receiving threat, though. Don't anticipate that the last time that he gets the ball thrown his way. But for now, Huntington North going to punt this one away. And it's away. Going to roll a bit. A little bit of a Viking roll. Stays in bounds even. Excellent placement. Would not even kick it to Kamari Clopton. Dangerous playmaker back there. Well executed. A couple of good punts. I like the field position, flipping a little bit so far, and defensive play on point through the first two possessions.
Got a couple scores from around the area. We've got Eastside 6, Bluffton 0, West Noble 7, Jimtown 0. Jimtown's usually a pretty good powerhouse. That's kind of a surprise.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 32-yard line.
Looks like Adams Central 6-0 over Busco. That's a pretty good game in 1A.
Yeah, no doubt. One to watch. And here Williams will take a snap, roll around a little bit, throws on the run, a beautiful deep ball, and nearly caught just through the hands of Mylan Graham, but pretty well done in coverage by Noah Wagner there. Noah Wagner, only a sophomore, by the way, running back, defensive back. I think Williams had him a little bit underthrown maybe, but Wagner did a good job recovering. I don't know if he meant to cut the legs out of Graham, but that was enough to jar the ball a little bit loose, and now Williams will face a second down. He's got a wing to his left, and Chris Stewart, he'll move across the formation, and he'll hand that one to Trey Bates, who cuts it, quick hitter. No more than 2 yards on that one, though.
16, LaTravion Bates, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Huntington North
Stopped by the Vikings.
maybe didn't get a whole lot of pressure that I referenced last week with the 3-down linemen, but right now they're getting at least a stalemate at the line of scrimmage and making it tough for these, Trey Bates especially, to really gain any ground. Okay, so now Williams has got twins to his left. To the bottom of your screen is Mylan Graham. Inside of him is Gabe Knopfsinger. Bates still in the backfield. Chris Stewart lined up out right. Here Williams will roll to his left after the flash fake. Delivers a hard ball to James Hardy, the fourth, who snuck behind the second level. Big conversion on 3rd down there. 3rd and 8, and now they're into Huntington North territory after a big gain.
About 19 yards.
19, Noah Wagner, and 37, Brock Krumenaker.
So there's a completion for Williams.
A 19-yard gain.
After a few drops, he only completed 48% of his passes coming into this game, but has struggled with a little bit of a drops. This time, not a problem. Hands to Bates. Bates will sneak by those down linemen for Huntington North, and rumble for about 5 yards.
Bates, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Now, we haven't seen Quandry Sanders.
86, Dylan Trout.
Yeah, and Quandry had a good stretch of games. I don't know if he's banged up a little bit, and we're seeing more Trey Bates tonight.
41-yard line, a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, Quandry Sanders, their leading rusher. 84 carries, 625 yards before tonight. But Bates is getting the work. Fake to him this time. Williams with that stiff arm. I mentioned it. A great block on the outside.
There is a flag.
The refs didn't think it was quite so good. They'll likely call this one back. I do believe they called a holding, and that is what we'll see. So after a 5-yard pickup the first time, a good rumble by Williams there. Just a tough run, negated by a penalty. I like the aggression out there from these New Haven receivers in the running game.
Looks like Concordia's up 14-0, and also Prairie Heights up 7-0 on Woodland.
That one, of course, over in 3A. Concordia getting to play some competition of their size for a change. Just under 6:30 to go in this first quarter as Williams fakes the ball. His receiver fell down, and he's going to improv, and he'll rumble right up the middle as a scramble.
And I think he got the first down.
Just about. He's right at that line. Well, you can tell he wanted to go to Graham, and Graham is the early target here. But once again lost his footing. This time fell all the way to the ground before Williams could even let it go. So he just decided to scramble and slip through some of those rushers. Big old gain. I mean, that was a 2nd and 15, and he got all of it. So now they're facing a first down at about the 36-yard line going in. He takes a snap, and this time we'll just hand it to Trey Bates. Takes a hit at the line and falls forward for maybe about 2 or 3 yards.
Ball for the Bulldogs, 16, LaTravion Bates. Stopped by the Vikings, 12, Keegan Landrum.
Yeah, New Haven's been really consistent with that 2-yard run.
Just chipping away, and then sometimes they'll throw looks at you like this where they have the trips.
2nd and 7.
So to the bottom of your screen, Martin King. Inside of him, Gabe Knopfsinger, and then number 21, Jamarcus Smith. Another weapon that they'll utilize every once in a while. James Hardy is a tight end to Williams' right, and Mylan Graham outside the numbers. Williams takes a snap in the empty set. He's got some time. He scrambles around, evades one guy, and launches this one deep. Nice ball in that little window. My goodness, just over the fingertips. that Huntington North defensive back, and a great adjustment by Jamarcus Smith, which I believe is his first snap at receiver.
28 yards.
The biggest play of the night so far. I know it's early, just over 5 minutes left in this first quarter, and New Haven's got a little bit of urgency to them. Williams is going to line up once again in the shotgun. Trey Bates again to right behind him. You got Twins to his right. Just going to hand it right off to Bates. Bates into the pile, and we're pushing now, shoving match. It's a stalemate. It's going nowhere extra. So it's at about the 5-yard line, almost exactly going in. And that was first down, so they'll face a second down here now.
16, Latrevion Bates carrying the ball for the
Huntington
Bulldogs.
North doing a great job of rolling some of these defensive linemen through.
A 2-yard gain to the 5-yard line.
They'll need a little bit more penetration as they got their backs against the wall here. Here's Williams in the snap. Chris Stewart comes across formation. Williams is looking for him, but finds Mylan Graham instead. That one he did haul in. Back of the end zone. New Haven touchdown there on the board first.
Graham is complete for a 5-yard Bulldog touchdown.
So we'll take a look at this on the Traction AP replay. Here it is. You see Chris Stewart kind of roll across. It looked like they kind of wanted him in the flat, but well covered by Huntington North. Mylan Graham, though, just slips around back there. A little back shoulder throw. Good adjustment by Graham. And Huntington North is behind 7-0 after the New Haven extra point. And that'll take us to our first break of the evening. 4:12 left in this first quarter here at Kriegbaum Field. New Haven on top. They're the guest. 7-0 on SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Forgive me, folks. I did have the score flip there. It is New Haven on top 7-0 as William Del Cid for the Bulldogs set to kick this one off, and he sends it deep. Here will be the Vikings return. And swarmed by a pack of Bulldogs there at about the 25-yard line. Right about where they started their last drive, fizzled out after 3 plays.
Yeah, Huntington North's going to have to make some adjustments on offense. Their first possession, they really struggled getting any yardage. They went back 1 and went forward 1, and then incomplete pass and had to punt. And New Haven was able to take over and score on their second possession.
And we've shouted out the linebackers for New Haven, but given a little bit of love to their guys with their hands in the dirt. Josh Clark, number 59. Avion Creech, not sure if he's out there right now. Number 50 plays both ways. He's a grinder. Jakar Williams there at the line. And they're facing Huntington North on a first down. Hands that one, I believe it's McCarver. And he throws a shoulder. He's off to the races.
That's a big run there.
That's a big
what
man.
Huntington North needed.
And they played around with Noah Wagner kind of rolling across the formation and bouncing it outside. That time, nothing fancy. Just handed to McCarver, and my goodness.
To the 48-yard line. First and 10 for Huntington North.
23-yard gain.
And here they are again, and Landrum will keep that one, flip it.
That was pretty close to forward lateral.
Yeah,
there.
just about. Good job flipping that one, though. Luke Teutsch.
A 7-yard gain to the 45-yard line.
Pick up a 7.
Second and 3.
Yeah, McCarver's kind of like a fullback.
No doubt. Here he is. They're going to hand it to him again. He's off. Oh, they faked it. A little triple option play that faked everyone out. Beautiful gain by Huntington North, and that's where they can hurt you. And that's where, if you let them get in a rhythm, if you let them kind of read this team, something New Haven was really concerned about, kind of this momentum from this Huntington North offense and rolling against them and keeping the ball away from this New Haven offense.
Yeah, Wagner picks up 10 there on the option play.
Yeah, good game, and now they're in New Haven territory. I believe the first time tonight. He hands that one off to McCarver. They're running a true little triple option play, where you have that option to hand it to the fullback. You have the option of Landrum kind of keeping that one and making a decision himself, or flipping it out to your back. You've seen Toich, you've seen Wagner kind of get these outside chances. McCarver doing a good job rumbling inside. That time he did for 5 yards, so it's 2nd and 5, just under 3 minutes in this first quarter. And here he is again. Landrum's going to keep this one, roll around, and he's going to take it himself.
Man, I think if he hands it off to McCarver, he's off to the races. It was wide open there. I think he missed the read.
Could have been.
Keeps the ball for the Vikings. Tackled by the Bulldogs, 7, Christopher Stewart.
Chris Stewart, number 7 on the tackle for the Bulldogs, one of those talented linebackers that right now are having a lot of, got to have your eyes in the right place.
3rd and 1 here for Huntington North. This is probably 4-down territory.
And we'll see. They're in a true shoot formation. Landrum's just going to hand it to McCarver, and he's going to get the necessary yardage. Pickup of 3. He needed 1. So that one's going to move the chains. And why don't we take a look at McCarver's earlier run on the Traction AP replay just for kicks. Here he is laying the wood. Man, that's Trey Thomas, one of their better defenders, just taking that shoulder.
Yeah, the hard part is Jakar Williams missed the tackle there on that play.
And that was a little outside run, so Toich on a first down, now it's 2nd down. They flipped they were on top of that number flip, so they fooled me for a second. So didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at his 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. Getting their signal from the sideline is Huntington
It looks
North.
like it's wide open and right between the guards. Right there again.
There it is.
He breaks that to the outside. I think he's in the end zone.
He's quick to hit that hole. He's up in the 2nd level right away. Some of those, the safeties on New Haven like to come down and hit, but that's a lot to hit, especially coming through with a quick burst. So another 3rd down. This one's 3rd and 5. And Landrum will take the snap with Wagner in the motion. Hand it off to McCarver, I believe.
And he's got the first down.
And that was a good read because Landrum slipped immediately. I thought Landrum had actually kept that one. But no, they'll move the chains again with Cam McCarver. This is his drive.
It'll be 1st and goal now from the 10-yard line.
And now they got rid of the fullbacks here. They're in that true shoot formation. Landrum once again. I think it's a McCarver. He's rumbling. Almost there. Little spin move to break away, but a good shoelace tackle by Chris Stewart. Number 7. And Huntington North with a little bit of tempo here.
Yeah, New Haven's got to really pinch in on that. Those holes are gaping for McCarver there. Easy 5 yards every time.
That's where the linebackers come into play. Haven't quite seen those guys on this drive. 2nd down and goal.
8.
Hand it to McCarver once again.
And he's in.
He's in. Easy money. Cam McCarver on the 2-yard carry. Touchdown Vikings. They threw the pink baby powder over here in the student section. We got some Viking helmets on. They're excited. And there's their first score of the game. Cam McCarver should be really excited.
On that drive, he had 52 yards.
There
rushing.
it is. Yeah, they after fizzling out the first possession, they kind of went with what they had employed in their last matchup with New Haven, switched it up on that drive to their own benefit. Here comes the extra point. That one is good. So we are all knotted up at 7 here at Kriegbaum Field. We'll take a quick break here on SummitCitySports.com and give you some more action here in the sectional round when we get back.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand.
We're back here at Krigbaum Field, all knotted up at 7 apiece between these NE8 conference rivals. And here is Huntington North to kick it off. Goes to the same spot it did last time. Kamari Clopton on the reception. He's going to run all the way across the field outside those numbers and be taken down by a whole host of Huntington North kickoff runners.
At the end of the first quarter, it's Leo 6, East Noble 0. Matchup of two NE8 teams, just like this one.
First and 10 for New Haven at its own 33-yard line.
So here at this one, we'll see Jakar Williams once again. Looks going to be the empty set. Has a tight end to his left and twins on either side of him. So again, no Quantry Sanders in there. We're going to get a definite pass attempt, and here he is looking to his left, delivers right away. A quick little hitch route to Graham, who almost lost it and runs backwards. Great closing speed there. I believe that's Noah Wagner. We've seen him primarily guarding Mylan Graham, and obviously Graham had the touchdown catch, but that's his first catch. You know, a couple of drops, I guess, other than that. So Wagner's doing a pretty good job, but nonetheless, that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter after that initial play of the possession. So that is the end of the first quarter. Here at Krigbaum Field, we'll take another short break and get back to the action shortly on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Second and 4 at the 39.
Back to the action here between NE8 conference rivals New Haven and Huntington North. Jakar Williams for New Haven will fake the handoff, roll around to his right, make a move, but not quite to the first down marker.
Pick up about 3 there.
He thinks it's a first. I think he's just slightly short. Good angle from our cameraman there.
Yeah, I think they're about 2 yards short.
Yeah. They're
Maybe a
calling
yard and
for
a
it.
half. Yard and a half.
They're pleading their case, but to no avail. They got the third down marker up, and that's what Jakar Williams and company are going to face. Big down here for Kyle Boer. And Trey Bates once again behind Jakar Williams in the shotgun. He's got single receivers to each side. He's going to hand it to Bates. Bates going to get up quick, and he's close.
They got it. It looks like where the far official marked it.
The spot has got it. Once again, a good shot down the line by our cameraman, Aiden Orth. Right exactly where we need this camera to be. And I think the spot's got it. That is a first down, Bulldogs. Huntington North putting 4 down on the line now. They had a 3-4 going earlier. Now they got
Norwell up
end
on
to the right side.
Maconaquah, 21-0. Another NE8 team in action.
And here's Jakar Williams with a fake roll into his left and just delivers
wide
a ball.
open.
Beautiful ball to Mylan Graham.
55 yards.
The pass from 1, Jakar Williams to 3.
Man, he knew exactly what he was doing with that.
Bulldog touchdown.
And no mistake who that one was going to. Let's check it out on the Traction AP replay here momentarily. Here it is. This is a connection dating back to late last season. Williams wasting no time, a perfectly tight spiral, and nothing fancy from Graham, just outrunning the competition. There he goes. Second touchdown of the game. And here's Del Cid once again.
Got a flag.
Attempting an extra point.
Defense.
Which will be delayed, and that's an encroachment call, according to the man in the white hat.
There is a penalty on this extra point attempt, and it is encroachment against the Vikings.
And that's the capability of some of these skill guys for New Haven. These young bucks that have starred all year long. Mylan Graham, their leading receiver. I mentioned his breakout game in the sectional last year, but this year, well, he's now over 500 yards on the season. At about 33 receptions, which is more than the next 3 leading receivers combined. So he is their go-to guy. He's been the target receiver early. And that extra point is good for Del Cid. So that means New Haven is now on top 14-7. And we might as well take a quick break while these guys get reset. So here we are on SummitCitySports.com. New Haven 14, Huntington North 7, 11:07 left in the half. We'll see you after this break.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
And we're back. Krigbaum Field, 14-7 New Haven as they kick this one deep. A big hit. Somebody in there, but whoever delivered that hit is shaken up. Decent return by Huntington North. Right again at the 25-yard line. I believe that's where they've started almost all of their offensive possessions. And last time they made the most of Cam McCarver's role at the fullback. That little shoot position, 2 wings kind of rolling around on the snap and giving Keegan Landrum a triple option.
Yeah, McCarver had 7 carries for 52 yards last possession. Belmont 14-14 tied with Oak Hill at the end of the first quarter. Eastside 28, Bluffton 0.
First down
31,
carry there by McCarver, trying to keep him involved. Kamari Clopton on the tackle, one of those talented defensive backs. We're not seeing.
5-yard gain to the 30-yard line.
I don't know if we're seeing Quantry Sanders out here on defense either. Oh, I take it back. He is at that free safety. A little bit off screen as they face a second down here. Once again under center is Landrum. He's going to hand it to McCarver again. Snuffed out quickly by those Bulldogs. Isaac Carswell, Kamari Clopton there. The last one's away from the pile.
Pick up about 3. So far, the Bulldogs have shown no answer for McCarver. I mean, it seems like an easy 3 to 5 yards each time. You got to think you just keep riding the wave until New Haven can show they can stop it.
Yeah, hitting them a little quick, so they'll have to adjust to that speed. But here they are on 3rd down and 3, and I think it's just McCarver again. Going to take out his legs if you're one of those New Haven defenders. That's exactly what Quantry Sanders does, but it's past the sticks.
Picks up about 6.
That's right, going to pick up a first down. I think he needed 4. He got 6. So once again, Ryan McCarver, I think that may be his 7th carry of the night. He had 52 yards coming into this possession and got it, all 10, 12 of them that time. So he's rolling. This offense is rolling. They're facing another first down. Here's Landrum. And Wagner rolling around. Once again to McCarver. Maybe trying to lull this defense to sleep, but right there, not fooled. Looks like Kamari Clopton at the bottom of that pile. Oh, excuse me, that's number 5.
Now, this is where New Haven's got to be careful because they're keying on McCarver, and then that's when you pull the triple option out. You get a good read there, pitch it to your tailback, and he's off to the races.
That's right. They hit that outside, I don't want to call it a zone, outside, off tackle kind of play earlier in the game. Haven't gone back to that since, but yeah, trying to lull this defense to sleep. Here they are on 2nd down. They're going to keep at it. There's McCarver, though. Busting through. That'll be a first down. That's a gain of 12, 11. Yeah, and now they're right in midfield, right at 50, right at the 50-yard line, I should say. I guess, hey, if it ain't broke, don't break it. That's the philosophy they're going with now. Here they are in their initial package with McCarver at a fullback position and handoff to Toich, but
looks like on the Bulldogs.
Yep, that was a quick call. They're going with a little tempo, is North. You don't normally see a team like this that'll run it so primarily and do that triple option. Sometimes you don't see it with the tempo, but if you're able to get in that rhythm, get some momentum behind you, keep delivering blows like Cam McCarver's doing, and you add in the tempo, that's a good recipe for success. That's what we're seeing here. 1st and 5, 8.5 minutes left to go in this half.
We got a tie-in.
Yeah, a couple Bulldogs down tying some shoes.
We got a score update. East Noble 7, Leo 6. Kanan Carrico gets a 1-yard touchdown.
There we go. 5 down for New Haven. They'll face this Huntington North offense on 1st down. Nearly a jump again with the hard count. A little counter play. That looks like Bailey Landrum. Gallegos, excuse me, number 13. On the little counter play. Good call there on 1st down. A lot of guys getting involved early.
13 on the carry.
And that's what you have with all these ball carriers is some deception. And they'll go for it on 1st down again with Luke Toich, but nothing doing there. Ball comes out, but I believe the whistle had already gone. That's a good job recovering that one and showing some reaction, responsiveness.
We've only seen one pass from Huntington North. That was on 3rd down on their first possession. Everything else has been a run.
That is certainly their bread and butter is the run. Here they are on 2nd down. Going to hand that one off inside. It wasn't Toich. I couldn't quite get a number on it. McCarver again. I should have known with the quick hitter.
Yeah, when they get into that one-back situation, it really does look like they're just giving it to McCarver.
He's been the bell cow so far. He's lined up at a fullback to Landrum's right. Landrum's going to fake that one and deliver a
he's wide open.
Ball. That looked a lot like a play they ran last week, and the same result. Dylan Trout, 30-yard touchdown. Beautiful flash fake by Keegan Landrum, and just a beautiful lofted ball. Let's try and take a look at it one more time. We'll pull up this Traction AP replay for you. And that's what you get when you lull this defense to sleep a little bit. Inside, nobody taking account of Dylan Trout, and he is behind everybody. 10-5 touchdown, his 7th of the season. They're going for the extra point here. Not a lot of rush, not a lot of contention, and it results in a good extra point. So 14-14 is the score here. We expected a different outcome than last week. 30-point loss for Huntington North, but they're looking every part of this potent rushing offense that they have at certain points this year. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. 14-14 in this one from SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm.
Kickoff from Huntington North goes to Kamari Clopton once again. And here we are with 7:01 left in the first half, opening half of this NE8 conference rematch. We just saw these two meet last week, and it was a 57-27 W for New Haven.
So far, both teams are mirroring each other. You got the first possession, they both punted. Second possession, they both scored a touchdown. Third possession, both scored touchdown.
Both on long passing plays. The play action really working in favor of these two. McCarver with the quick hitters for Huntington North, and Trey Bates kind of chipping away on the New Haven side, and New Haven will take the snap. Jakar Williams will hand it to Trey Bates on a first down. He dances around just a bit and makes it back to the original line of scrimmage. A good hit there. I think it's Bailey Landrum.
I think it was just a pickup of one there.
Bailey Landrum, the leading tackler there. A couple more guys might have jumped on, but he made the initial hit. The yes only went for 1 yard. So now it's a 2nd and 9. Where New Haven having to respond. You know, they, like you said, they've gone punch for punch, tit for tat. It's the time to really start to maybe establish some momentum with another big play. Mylan Graham to the bottom of your screen, a big play guy. He's going to fake it, look Graham's way, and deliver another deep ball. Contested, but he got him on the back shoulder.
And Mylan Graham, great catch.
Beautiful catch. Nice concentration. Good coverage even by Noah Wagner, but just a really good ball, exactly where it needed to be.
37.
If you're Jakar Williams.
Pickup.
A 37-yard gain to the.
And we're going to look at the traction AP replay really fast in between plays here. This is the connection that Williams has, right? He knows where he's going with it, but it doesn't matter if you put this beautiful ball right there, and Wagner got his hand on it. But Graham with the strong hands to bring it back down, and it's a big play. On first down, though, handed to Bates, tries to bounce it outside, but quick to get there is Keegan Landrum.
The ball for the Bulldogs, 16, Latravion Bates.
He's coming from his linebacker position, scraping out to that outside, not letting Bates beat him to the outside. And here we see Quantry Sanders. For a second, he's coming back out of the game, though. Looked like he was subbing in for Trey Bates.
A 1-yard loss. The ball is now at the 29.
But instead, it looks like Gabe Knopfzinger, and
they'll go empty backfield here.
Yeah, twins to either side of him. A tight end, James Harder IV, is on the right side of that offensive line. And Williams will take the snap on a 2nd and 11. He looks to his left, delivers a quick one. It's low, but it's caught. Kamari Clopton going down to grab that one, a gain of about 5 or 6. And here we go, New Haven facing a 3rd and manageable, but a big down if you're talking about the response that they need to make in terms of a conversion right here. A lot of options to go to. We've seen a lot from Graham. That might be Kamari Clopton's first target of the night, and they'll put Graham alone to the top of your screen outside of the numbers with trips.
You got to think Mylan Graham's his go-to right now. He's got 103 yards already on the night.
Well, he looks opposite him. He'll roll opposite to his right, delivers that ball to a wide-open Knopfzinger, who will make a move and get pushed out of bounds about the 10, maybe 9, 8-yard line. We'll call it the 8-yard line. So big play there, a little flood
16.
route it looked like. Knopfzinger with a catch just about, 10 yards upfield, gets a few more to ahead of the first down marker, and now 1st and goal for Jakar Williams and company. Now we see Quantry Sanders in there.
Jakar Williams is 8 for 8 so far.
And they'll give it to Sanders. He's trying to bounce this one outside. As he does, he's got the corner brought down by his shirt collar. Let up just a bit. He's a guy that likes to break for the corner. That time tried to maybe make a move back inside, but good closing speed by that Huntington North defender. Get a hand on him and bring him down.
Looks like Miss Sinowal up 28-0 on Jay County. And that's who would New Haven or Huntington North would play next week.
Yeah, both these teams fighting for the right to play the winner of that game. And New Haven, in their effort, gives it to Sanders on the left side. He scatters upfield for a little bit more. Just sidestepping a couple tacklers. Maybe a 6-yard gain, 5-yard gain down to the 4-yard line, and now they're facing a 3rd and goal as New Haven. Now the deep passes worked for them a ton, and that's where they've really made all their yardage. Not a ton of success in the running game play by play. And you're wondering now whether they go with this twins to the left side, and they just fake it to Jakar Williams. He's going to run it with a good one-on-one tackle, quarterback on quarterback. I think that was Keegan Landrum stopping Jakar Williams just shy. Looks like it's going to be at the 2-yard line, so just a 2-yard pickup. I like the idea of getting the big aggressive runner and Jakar Williams trying to barrel in, but a better job by Keegan Landrum to wrap up his legs, and here's a 4th down. Jakar Williams under center. He's going to sneak this one.
And I don't think they got it. I think they're short.
Man, with a 6'4" frame, likely just had to reach it over, but they're going to have a discussion in there. Connor Cannon of New Haven.
Yeah, they stopped him.
He thought it was there, but it was not. The refs had a different line of sight, and it's going the other way.
Jakar Williams, the ball carrier, short of the goal line.
Man,
big stop for Huntington North. Now let's see if they can take advantage of it here. Now they're deep in their own territory at the 1-yard line.
And New Haven, I believe it was their opening possession of last week's game where they got stopped in a similar situation, couldn't quite punch it in from really close, and now Huntington North, very much a running offense, not really having to worry about forcing it down here with your back against the wall, but got a real long way to go with 3:07 left in the opening half here. Been some good brand of football going on. These two are familiar, playing tough. Keegan Landrum going to go under center once again, that shoot formation. Just to hand off to McCarver.
Pickup of 1, it looks like.
Carrying the ball for the Vikings, 31, Cam McCarver.
Yeah, McCarver listed at 6'1", 225. He's a senior. He's your workhorse so far. He's a guy that can, take the battering and bruising and deliver some of that himself if he gets the chance. He's done that so far. He's really the guy that this Huntington North offense has ridden to these 14 points.
Yeah, and I think Huntington North's wise here. They're not really rushing it. They're taking as much time as they can.
And they'll get the ball to start the second half. I don't think either team's used the timeout yet. And here's Landrum in the shotgun.
Now we do have a whistle. What we got here?
Another encroachment
The penalty is
on the
encroachment
Bulldogs.
against the Bulldogs.
Must have been a hard count there. They were in the shotgun formation, which is pretty dangerous there, hanging out in the end zone.
Yeah,
a bad snap or a good rush, and you're in trouble.
Yeah, no, I never understand that. When you only, more so maybe on offense when you're approaching a 4th and short or something, you line up in the shotgun. You're giving away some of those yards. Like you said, something bad goes happen, even a split second of hesitation, and you're fighting for your life in the end zone here. But he's going to stay in the shotgun. They are 5 yards ahead of where they were. It's a 2nd and 4, trading just about everybody, unbalanced on the left side of that line, and that's where they're going to run it. Looks like Luke Teutsch is going to get that handoff. A little misdirection play, but really not a lot going for him. Might have even lost a yard on it. So those New Haven defenders not fooled.
By the Bulldogs 50, Avion Creech.
Now
I think we'll see New Haven take a timeout. Yeah, New Haven will have good field position if they can stop him here on 3rd and 4. And then they'll have an opportunity to try to punch another one in before the end of the first half. 1:44 left here. You got 3rd and 3. You got to wonder what Coach Prescott's going to draw up here. I mean, I go to McCarver. I mean, he's been money all night. He's a senior workhorse. He's didn't want to play his last game, so just give him the ball.
Yeah, I like the idea of continuing with that trend too, and we saw them take advantage of getting lulled to sleep by something like that last possession. They've shown that capability. They did it last week, and you keep riding that, especially when you can convert a 3rd down like this, can set something up for a bigger play. Although they are being conservative here, 1:44 left in the half, and not a whole lot of urgency. They're content just kind of taking this one, it looks like, but we'll see what they call. Bob Prescott has drawn up out of this New Haven timeout. Here's Huntington North approaching the line. 3rd and 3. Ball on their own 8-yard line, so they're back still against the wall. Little margin for error here.
It is interesting, they had the timeout, and Coach Prescott would have sent in a play, but he just gave the signals, so must have been reading the defense.
And there's Landrum with
and nothing.
Give to McCarver, and nothing doing.
31
Went back to the
I
bread
think
and
New
butter
Haven
there.
will take another timeout.
Bulldogs 10, Isaac Carswell, and 5, Michael King.
So where Huntington North was being a little conservative, here's New Haven being a little
New
aggressive.
Columbia City 28, Angola 12, 6:21 left in the second quarter. Belmont 28-21 with 3:49 left in the first half. And East Noble up on Leo 14-6 with 1:51 left in the second.
Concordia is up at the end of the first quarter, 27-0. Southside down at Delta, 14-0.
Halftime, Adams Central 6, Busco 0.
Thanks once again for tuning in here to SummitCitySports.com. Trying to keep you updated on all the sectional action tonight. Of course, 5A and 6A will be in action next week. The only two classes that are not in action tonight. Right here we have action in Sectional 20 and 4A. These two obviously familiar foes. They met just last week. Huntington North falling by 30 points, but holding their own so far. 14-14.
Looks like the winner of this will take on Miss Sinawah. It looks like they're handling Jay County pretty easy. So the punt formation for Huntington North. Good high kick.
Kamari Clopton back to return. Fields that one. Gets a nice block by Quantry Sanders, but quickly eaten up by the pursuers on that Huntington North kickoff or punt team rather. But good field position to start. Only one timeout left, but you got a minute and a half to work with just about. They've shown some big play capability. Mylan Graham in the pink arm sleeves at the bottom of your screen here.
Yeah, I think here on first down you take a big shot.
Might as well. Yeah, it looks like that could be the option with Jakar Williams in the empty set. Twins to either side. He's got a tight end to his right and James Hardy the fourth. He's spread the ball around tonight. I think we called out 4 different receivers have a catch. He's going to utilize him this play. Looking to his right, rolling around. He feels some pressure. And he's going to deliver that one over the middle. He's got an open number 21. Found his man in Jamarcus Smith, his second catch of the night. And there's a little bit of urgency here. With only one timeout left, they're going to try and save that one. First down, though, so the clock does stop. We're just under a minute 15 in this half. And now Smith is the third of 3 trips to Jakar Williams left, once again in the empty set.
Huntington North had some good pressure. They're just unable to get Jakar Williams down, and we do have a whistle. False start. Get everybody set.
Yeah. It's you're hustling around, you're trying to get up to the line and save yourself a timeout without having to spike the ball and waste it down. A seasoned guy like Jakar Williams is getting everybody settled, getting everybody set up, but sometimes you still get a little antsy. And somebody jumped there. I believe the pressure you're referring to is Dylan Trout working against Connor Cannon, who's New Haven's left tackle. That's a good matchup to watch, especially here on this 1st and 15. With Jakar Williams rolling that way. Can't escape.
Oh, ball's loose.
That's Nate Elliott.
Oh,
they're saying he was down. He's got to hold on that ball. Nate Elliott was gunning for it. Beautiful blitz off of the right side of that line. Nobody picked him up.
New Haven takes a timeout.
Jakar Williams was already rolling that way. Otherwise, Elliott would have been on him almost immediately. Excellent pressure called by the Huntington North defense. And, New Haven's out of timeouts now. 36.3 seconds left in this half. And you got to expect, just a deep shot. Between the first down marker and the goal line, there's about 15 yards. And they got to get at least there to stop this clock.
Prairie Heights 26, Woodland 0. That's kind of a surprise.
And be sure to...
Looks like Wayne 13, Marion 0. That's the top half of this sectional.
And for all the highlights from a lot of these games that we're mentioning, be sure to check out our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. You can follow us on Twitter. We've been posting to Twitter throughout tonight. That's at 260sports. Plenty more action to come here. 36 seconds left in this opening half. Jakar Williams once again in the empty set, as he has been every snap of this possession. New Haven is getting aggressive. Jakar Williams about 7 yards back, almost. And he takes a snap. He looks to his left. He's going to step up in the pocket, throws one over the middle. It's a bullet.
Oh, just through the
little
hands.
back shoulder. That was a good throw, fitting into that window. But yeah, off Kamari Clopton's hands. Couldn't quite bring that in. That's the exact play we thought they might run, or something, something right there at the goal line. And it was a good throw. Getting close to that line of scrimmage, but I think he was in front of it and delivered a real nice ball, but to no avail. 3rd and 16 here, 29 seconds and counting. Jakar Williams.
He's going
bomb
deep.
Over to his right. Mylan Graham again, and he had him.
Just out of his reach.
Just barely missed that one. The connection interrupted. Just going through his hands.
This would be a huge stop for Huntington North if they can get a stop here on 4th down and 16, and then they'll get the ball to start the second half. They'll even have a little bit of time here.
And let's see that drop. It just nice throw over the back shoulder, but just through his hands. Man, could not bring that one in. Mylan Graham's 3rd drop tonight. He has the 2 touchdowns, but he also has the 3 drops. So now it's 4th down and 16. A little bit of pressure coming. Jakar Williams got to figure it out. Delivers the ball off his back foot. Into triple coverage, tipped away, but still nearly caught by Mylan Graham. And a great defensive stand there by Huntington North.
Yeah, 15 seconds left here. You got to wonder if Coach Prescott's going to just take a knee and go to the locker room tied, or you think he's going to, try to get something here.
I'm sure we'll see a knee, but before we see that, let's go ahead once again and look at the Traction AP replay. Williams feeling a bit of pressure and steps up. He throws well on the run, kind of with his feet not set, but that time just a little bit forced into the triple coverage. Nice job tipping that away was the Huntington North defender. And I do think we're just going to see a knee get taken
in that formation where they're just going to take that knee.
And that will, barring anything crazy happening, take us to this halftime. And there's Landrum with the knee. They're going to let this one roll out. And we're going to roll into halftime. So we're tied at 14. The way that Kyle Brewer put it was that traditionally the team that has the chalk last wins these games. And in this case, Huntington North might very well have the chalk last. They're drawing up adjustments. They're doing a great job chipping away in the run game. Cam McCarver with a big showing so far. And the big passing game on display for New Haven. Great first half of football here from Kriegbaum Field. We're going to let you go for a break in a second here. And when we get back, we'll break down that first half, tell you what to check out in the second half. Thank our sponsors once again. Don't want to miss it here on SummitCitySports.com.
To learn more and spread the word.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then, too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier, too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Welcome back here to Kriegbaum Field on the campus of Huntington North High School, where the Huntington North Vikings battling here against New Haven Bulldogs. Familiar foes, just met last week, and right now we're knotted all up at 14. Before we go any further, we'd once again like to thank our sponsors who made our broadcast here tonight possible. Let's go ahead and start with Big Eyed Fish. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group. With the over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. And Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and even more. You are invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenweilerContracting.com. And at Summit City Volleyball, we train and build the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping get your driver's license reinstated, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Antiocha Cleaning and Restoration, providing the top-notch commercial cleaning services including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. And finally, we'd like to thank Parkview Sports Medicine. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. We are the region's largest integrated sports medicine team, providing athletes specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Yeah, our out-of-town scoreboard from around the area. You got a tie game, East Noble Leo 14-14. You got Wayne 13, Marion 0. You also have Miss Sinawa 28, Jay County 0. So the winner of this game most likely will play Miss Sinawa. 28-28. Oak Hill and Belmont are all tied up. Bishop Luers leads Fairfield 20-0. And that is the scores I have from around the area right now.
I can try and get in on these updates. 21-7. Delta is up over Southside. I don't think you mentioned that one. Wayne is leading 21-0. That's another sectional 20 matchup. And they're taking on Marion.
Central Noble 28, Whitco 0. Eastside 42, Bluffton 0.
Cue that running clock. Running clock possibly coming maybe in the second half against or between Prairie Heights and Woodland. Prairie Heights up 26-0. Cam Hall, Prairie Heights running back, 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty big surprise. I think Prairie Heights have had a pretty down year, but everybody starts 0-0.
That's
when
right.
It comes sectional.
That's
Columbia
exactly
City
right.
is up 28-12. And then in East Noble and Leo's sectional, Northridge 15, Northwood 7.
Well, as you can tell, there's a whole lot of action happening around the area tonight, around the 260. Plenty to show, plenty to see, and we'll have a lot more for you when the second half kicks off in about 4 minutes We'll take you to a quick break here, but when we get back, we'll get you into the second half action, tell you what to expect, all that good stuff coming up on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Teams are back out on the field getting ready for this second half, but Blake Baker here with Steve Orth. Aiden Orth is our cameraman. And Steve, I want to talk about a little bit the productive first half that we just saw.
Yeah, so in the first possession, both teams had to punt. On their second possession, New Haven scored first with 4:12 left in the first quarter. It was a pass, 5-yard pass from Williams to Graham to put them up 7-0. And then at the end of that first quarter, Huntington North answered, and they really ran on the back of Cam McCarver. He had 52 yards on that drive. A 2-yard TD made it 7-7. And then the third possession with 11:07, big long pass from Williams to Graham, which was 55-yard TD pass, made it 14-7. And then Huntington North with 7:06 left, they decided to answer with their own pass of 30 yards, touchdown pass from Landrum to Trout, and our game is tied 14-14. For Huntington North, they have rushed for 118 yards on 23 carries. They've passed 2 times and only 1 completion for 30 yards. New Haven, on the other hand, they have rushed 9 times for 27 yards, and they've passed 10 of 14 for 174 yards and 2 TDs. So kind of a story of two tales. Huntington North running the ball well, New Haven really passing the ball well. And we talked on the break here, really New Haven probably should be up 28-14. They had an opportunity to score fourth and goal, and they turned it over, and then they had the ball down on their side, on the Huntington North side of the field, and they were unable to convert there at the end of the first half. So Huntington North's in a good spot. They're going to get the ball here to start the second half, and this possession is going to be crucial for Huntington North if they can stay in this game.
Yeah, and let me read you a quote from Kyle Boer. I read one of those before the game. I think it says a lot about where we're at right now and maybe their approach going into the second half. He said, Huntington North's style of play is difficult for opposing teams. They tend to shorten the game with their offense. That means we have to execute each possession on our offense. And like you said, they've had some missed opportunities so far. And right now, Huntington North has gone blow for blow with them. You know, they've taken advantage of that very last opportunity and made a big defensive stop, ran some of that clock out so they can get the ball back here to start the second half. But no, I like what Huntington North has done. I don't think they're necessarily they're not trying to whittle the game down with their running game, but that's exactly what they're doing. They're riding Cam McCarver, who's just bruising some of these, second-level guys. Haven't called out these linebackers for New Haven really a whole lot at all. I think that they're getting hit a little quick and having, hard time getting their eyes exactly where they need to be every single play, and Huntington North taking advantage of that so far.
Yeah, and it seemed like McCarver could get 3 to 5 yards every play.
Yeah.
He ended up with 14 carries for 80 yards in the first half. The two big stars for New Haven's got to be Jakar Williams. He's 10 of 14 for 174 yards, and then Mylan Graham, his go-to receiver. He's got 4 catches for 103 yards. He had 2 big catches, 55-yard TD and then 37 yards reception. And he had 2 other opportunities, big plays, but just through his hands. So Jakar's really put the ball on the money. He just needs his receivers to come up with the catches.
Yeah, there's been some of those games this year where he's, performed really well, giving some guys chances, and sometimes they don't always get converted. And I think you mentioned at one point that he was 8 for 8 in this game. So that means he's 2 for his last 6. Couple drops in there, but he has forced 1 or 2. I think that one right before the half, given it was a 4th down and 16 going in, but threw that one into triple coverage, nearly did get brought down by Mylan Graham, but Mylan Graham going to continue to be their target. I think they have a lot of options that they can go with and try and mix some things up, but if you're talking that deep ball that's really been working, it's Jakar Williams to Mylan Graham. That's been the extent of their scoring so far.
That's what worked for him last week against Huntington North. They threw the ball. He threw for 4 TDs. So, I mean, they're picking up what they did last week, and you can see that that's what they're doing. The running game really hasn't been there for New Haven. I think they got to establish that if they're going to pull away here tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, really, their leading rusher is Trey Bates, 9 rushes for 27 yards. We haven't seen much of Quandre Sanders. I think we saw him one time. 1 carry for 5 yards.
Yeah, he's been playing some defense, been getting in there on some plays on defense like he does. But yeah, the normal offensive production he has shown, especially through the latter parts of the season as a sophomore, been a big impact. But he's not really impacted the game offensively tonight. I do expect, given he is capable of doing that, all physically all good to get in there on offense, I do expect to see a little bit more from him as we get this second half underway. We talked our entire way through this halftime. They had the extra 3 minutes. We didn't even acknowledge it. We were just on a roll, and both these teams are ready to roll to start the second half. Here from Krigbaum Field, 14-14. And New Haven will kick this one deep. Huntington North won the toss initially. They deferred, and now they get their moment to receive for the second half. Big possession upcoming for the Vikings. They're the ones that seemingly had to make a lot of adjustments after last week's loss. And right now it's big time to employ these adjustments at halftime as well. Big time for New Haven to respond. So here we go for the second half. That one's deep. It looks like Wagner back there to return. He'll take it out just past the 25-yard line. That's been a pretty, or 20-yard line, excuse me. But that's been a pretty consistent spot for them to start these possessions.
Yeah, and the one thing we didn't see in the first half is any turnovers.
Yeah, been a very clean game in that regard.
Penalty-wise, it's been 5, 10, 15 here for each team. I think New Haven has a few more penalties than Huntington North.
Yeah, and some stuff it's aggressive stuff, right? You don't want people to encroach or jump off sides, but they're aggressive. They're ready to make a play.
The only thing we've seen is offsides. We haven't seen anything else.
No, it's been
any holds, any pass interference. So
very disciplined play so far. And we'll see a very disciplined rushing offense for Huntington North as they face first down here. Once again in a loaded backfield. Keegan Landrum takes a snap. I believe that's McCarver. They're just going to hand it to again. Takes 2 guys right at his legs. He thought he was still up. Hard to bring him down. He didn't think he was down, didn't want to be done. But in the process, picks up about 8 yards. And they're just, at least from the very start, going with exactly what worked for him in the first half. So here's the unbalanced line to Landrum's right. He'll take the snap. McCarver again, and again 2 people right on him. Or 2 people on him, excuse me, this time right on him. He lost a yard on that play.
Yeah, I think right here is where I play action.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you, in an offense like this where there's lots of misdirection, lots of deception, a lot of consistency, bang, 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 chip away with the run and throw in a big play, misdirection. good decisions by Keegan Landrum lead to that. Like you said, with the turnovers and whatnot, and just overall style of play. Hasn't made many bad decisions. He's going to have a good play here on third down.
Oh,
miscommunication.
Play.
Miscue of some sort. Luke Teutsch was the one in motion. And number 6, I believe that's Jarrell Jackson, the linebacker for New Haven, the one that's celebrating a big hit there.
Coach Prescott not very happy about that. That's exactly what Huntington North cannot risk doing. They had to take advantage of that possession.
No doubt about it.
So Kamari Clopton is back deep for the Bulldogs. He is a threat. Almost a block. Good Huntington North roll. Looks like the Bulldogs will start at their own 33-yard line. 10-14 left here.
It was a pretty quick first half.
In the third quarter.
Pretty quick first half. Took about 60 minutes. And the final 24 minutes here from Kriegbaum Field bound to be a treat. We're glad you're with us on SummitCitySports.com as New Haven takes over for the first time in this second half. Jakar Williams once again in the empty set, so at least from the way it looks at the start, they're going to keep employing this passing offense. And Williams done a good job kind of feeling the pressure, stepping up in the pocket, throwing under duress.
You got man-to-man coverage.
And this time it's just going to be a little power play. He's going to sense that hole in the middle. He's a big body to bring down. It's going to take a lot of them. But they do. They bring him down just shy of the 40-yard line. Halfway to a first down means it's a 5-yard gain, and New Haven will face about a 2nd and 5 here after a big Jakar Williams, or I should say rumble from big Jakar Williams.
Yeah, he had 6 rushes for 16 yards in the first half.
He's an effective runner. And they utilize him well. He's in the empty set again, twins to either side. He's going to take the snap, look left, redirects, looks right. Now he looks left again and delivers way over the middle.
Wide open.
Kamari Clopton, that's a Bulldog touchdown.
61 yards.
That was quicker math than I had. I was trying to do it. Let's check it out on the Traction AP replay. The big passing play strikes again for the Bulldogs. As Williams to Kamari Clopton. Deep ball, man, he put some spin on that ball. Exactly where it needed to be. Kamari Clopton right under it, bringing that one down, and it's 20-14, New Haven. And here is Del Cid's extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick, and the arms are up. It is good. So with that, we'll take a quick break. 21-14 here from Kriegbaum Field. New Haven on top after a 61-yard passing play from Williams to Kamari Clopton. Here we are on SummitCitySports.com. We'll see you after the break.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. A bunch of skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Back to the action here at Kriegbaum Field. 9:36 on the clock here in the third quarter. And New Haven just scored their third touchdown of the game. Third passing touchdown for third-year starter Jakar Williams. Bulldogs are up 21-14, and William Del Cid going to deliver this one on the kickoff down to Huntington North. And the return is caught at about the 20-yard line, and he's tackled shortly after that. Didn't make it to the 25.
Adams Central 12, Busco 0.
Just an excellent time of year for sports. We're happy you're tuning into high school football here on SummitCitySports.com. Got a great one going on between these familiar foes. We keep throwing it back to last week when New Haven won 57-27 over this Huntington North team. Wasn't trending in that direction to end the first half, but that big play bug once again hitting against Huntington North in favor of New Haven. Jakar Williams, 61-yard touchdown to Kamari Clopton. Just a beautiful deep ball from this guy. Big winding motion, big body. He can help out in the run game, and he's playing defense as well. So a big possession against this New Haven defense coming up for the Vikings. Keegan Landrum once again under center. He's got unbalanced to his right, and I believe it's Cam McCarver right behind him. So Landrum's going to take the snap, fake that to McCarver, look to his right, a big lofting pass. He's got Trout.
And great defensive play. I don't know what the flag is.
I don't know
that was
either.
Pretty good coverage. I think he had his arms wrapped around him. It'd be interesting to see the replay on that one.
It was great hands. I don't know if there was hand fighting, but great hands from Trey Thompson. Well, Steve asking, you shall receive. Here is the AP traction AP replay, rather. A good fake by Landrum and a good ball, putting it where Trout can get it. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm guessing that number 8's hands are around his waist. I think
yeah,
that's
I don't know.
I saw the referee show his arms wrapped around. That's our first pass interference call of the night.
Yeah, must have
hurt us.
That's the Well, that's the matchup we talked about earlier, where Trout's got many inches on Trey Thomas, and it results in a first down after the penalty. Here's Landrum in the shotgun, McCarver in motion, but I think someone moved.
Ooh.
Somebody on that.
Looks like
encroachment once again.
On the defense.
I think that's their third call. Those D linemen are getting a little antsy.
The penalty is encroachment against New Haven. That's 5
So
yard
2
mark
penalties in a
on the
row.
42-yard line. First and 5.
And now it's 1st and 5 for this Viking offense. They put Cam McCarver in motion that time. Haven't seen that. I like him running north and south. I'm not sure you actually hand him the ball going east and west, but on this 1st and 5, we'll see how Landrum and Bob Prescott and all those offensive.
So far, 20 yards on penalties.
There you go.
On this possession.
Pulling around to the right side. Here's Teutsch. Luke Teutsch into the boundary. Gets a spin move, but can't get away from Jakar Williams, who makes the shirt tackle. Chris Stewart right there pursuing as well.
Just a little too much dancing. I feel like if he hits a hole hard, he could be gone.
Running into the short side of the field, too. Not doing him too much service. Trying to work out against guys like Jakar Williams. Long arms. Some of these defensive backs from New Haven. Great tacklers. Closing down well in space. And here's Landrum once again in the shoot formation. 2nd and 3. He's going to hand it to McCarver.
He's got
nice and simple. He's going to rumble. Try and break some arm tackles. I think they tried to hold him up to get that ball, but big old game, big old conversion. They're looking at a first down now. First conversion not by penalty on this possession.
Like 9 yards on the pickup.
So he's approaching the century mark, is Cam McCarver, if he hasn't surpassed it already. He and his backfield mates will line up for another 1st and 10. Landrum in the shotgun, Teutsch to his left, McCarver in a blocking position to his right. A little bit of movement on that New Haven line, and quick hitter by, I believe that's Noah Wagner, once again coming across the face of Landrum with the handoff. Little misdirection, the counter play results in about 4 yards. Alex Gallegos, number 13, you can see subbing in there. And Noah Wagner believes is coming out. Chris Stewart on the tackle for New Haven.
2nd and 7. I think you're in McCarver territory right now.
And there he is. Gets the handoff, met immediately, but scoots for a couple more. We'll call it a gain of 2, but a good gang tackle by the New Haven defense there. Jarrell Jackson coming up late from the pile. Kamari Clopton in there as well.
That's his 19th carry of the night for 98 yards.
And I don't think he's done yet. He's gotten the rock on 3rd down earlier this game. He's facing a 3rd and 6 right now.
3rd and 6.
Big call for Bob Prescott. He's signaling to Landrum.
Big 3rd down and 6.
And Landrum with the relay. He's once again in the shotgun. They got 2 receivers out to his right. And he's going to fake that one right up the middle. Thought they might utilize the play action, but instead Landrum just tries to barrel ahead. Can't get many. Jarrell Jackson once again on the celebration. Think he was there at the legs of Landrum. And yeah, 4 down territory. They're just shy of this 40-yard line in opposing territory.
A 1-yard gain.
They're going to go for it. Once again, 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen here. Jamarcus Smith and Jakar Williams out in coverage. Alex Gallegos and Bailey Landrum, the receivers down there. Luke Teutsch and Cam McCarver in the backfield with Keegan Landrum. They're sending Gallegos in motion across the face of Landrum. He's going to roll to his right. Throws it across his body.
Oh, and there's the flag.
I thought he might have been there a little early. Trey Thomas. Tough throw from Keegan Landrum. They had McCarver in the flat. Had another guy rolling outside, and it was Trout, I believe, rolling there across the middle. That's who they were looking for. And we'll give you a second look. Right here on the Traction AP replay. There it is, coming up. Good job with the flash fake by Landrum, rolling across, making his progressions and throwing it across his body. Yeah, maybe just a touch early. That's tough. I mean, that's a good break on that ball by Trey Thomas. He's got good ball skills. Trout, a talented receiver, definitely faced the contact, almost still brought it in. So now the second first down by pass interference.
35 yards now.
Yeah, 1st and 10 by Landrum. He's going to hand that one to Teutsch, who breaks one. Stood up about 9 yards down the field. So a big old gain there on first down. Very sizable, makes it 2nd and 1. And that clock is ticking. 6:20 left in this third quarter. We're still humming through this game. Huntington North making sure of that on their offense.
Leo takes the lead 20-14. 2-point conversion, no good. Oak Hill up 35-28 on Belmont. Good tackle there in the backfield by number 6.
Great tackle.
Jarrell Jackson.
He's been all over the place. He's done a lot of celebrating on this drive. And if not for these pass interferences, they might have had the ball back already. They're facing another third down here. 3rd and 2 is what the scoreboard says. We're under 6 minutes in this quarter here. And Landrum once again in the shotgun. He's got 2 blockers in the backfield to his right. Luke Teutsch to his left. Takes the third down snap and hands it off.
Counter.
Inside, yeah, little counter play.
They're short.
Not fooled. Good job by this New Haven linebacking core. I think that was Carswell in there. Approaching 100 tackles on the season. Isaac Carswell would start for a lot of teams in the area. 3-year starter here at New Haven. One of the emotional leaders of this Bulldog defense, Bulldog team overall.
5:14 left here. Huge 4th and 2 for Huntington North right here. You got to think that this is going to go to McCarver here.
That's what they want you to think, and that's exactly what happens. Barrels up inside.
And
the spot looks like he's got it.
Pickup of 3.
And they needed 2.
31, Cam McCarver carries
so McCarver, once again, your safety
He's over
net.
100 yards now for the night. And on 20 carries.
I was saying, it's 20 at least, so continuing to be their workhorse. No hesitation on some of these short down yardage plays. Just hand it to McCarver.
I think they're going to measure.
I wish they measured more.
Yeah, I haven't seen very many measured this year. This is going to be close. I thought at first where they first marked, I thought he for sure had it.
We'll see as they walk this. He sticks out here. Couple other updates from around the area. Delta and Southside, 28-12 in favor of Delta. Woodland got a score on the board. They're down 26-7. And a little bit of excitement, from the Huntington North crowd because the officials signal first down.
Garrett is down to Tippecanoe Valley, 16-0. DeKalb up on Wawasee, 14-7, a battle of 1 and 8 teams.
DeKalb, a very good passing team. Huntington North still riding this rushing offense. Here they are on another 1st and 10. Landrum to McCarver again, a great one-on-one tackle there right in the hole. Jakar Williams getting in there on defense. I like the big fella throwing his shoulder around at the linebacker position. He runs with intent. He tackles with intent. A little bit of a dap up there from Avion Creech. Those two doing some work right in the middle. Only a 2-yard gain. And here's Landrum in the shotgun on 2nd and 8. Teutsch to his left. He's going to hand it to Teutsch. Tries to cut it up outside. Makes one cut inside. Shoestring tackle by Jamarcus Smith. But a sizable gain there. Looks like 5 yards. And now it's a 3rd and 2. Still eating away at clock. 4:10 left in this third quarter here.
Adams Central 12, Busco 7 at the end of the third quarter, so Busco gets on the board. West Noble 21, Jimtown 16.
And there's McCarver. 3rd and 2, what'd you expect? A 3-yard pickup, and he's going to have another first down. So yes, there's been some conversions via pass interference on this drive, but Huntington North converting multiple 3rd and 4th downs to get to this point.
The crew can't decide if it's a first down or not. They'll measure.
Well, it can't hurt to go out there and be sure. And I wouldn't expect a kicking formation to come out of it regardless. I think this is probably a chance where you trust Cam McCarver, approaching 25 carries on the evening. And we'll see how this one went for him. I do believe he's short.
So this time not in favor of Huntington North, so it's going to be 4th and inches.
What do you think, McCarver again?
You got to. Or quarterback sneak, right behind the left or right guard. I mean, you only need inches.
Yeah. Well, that worked once, was tried once by New Haven and didn't quite get there. Jakar Williams, 6'4", 220, and couldn't quite reach that over the goal line. Big stop by Huntington North. New Haven looking for a big stop of their own. Here's Landrum on 4th and 1.
And they're going to go in the shotgun
formation. Shotgun. McCarver right behind him. I don't know if you get McCarver with a head of steam or what the philosophy is, but it's on full display here on 4th and 1.
I put McCarver under center and just let him take the snap.
Well, Landrum back under center, and he's going to take it and sneak it.
And they got it.
Yeah. 3-yard pickup, and he only needed a few inches. So once again, they're keeping those sticks moving. 2nd, 4th down conversion of the possession here.
Clock is running, 3:36 left here in the 3rd quarter.
They're making absolute use of the opportunities on this possession.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
We're at 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Landrum under center, takes a snap, hands off to McCarver again. Met immediately. Jakar Williams there, but I think McCarver spun forward for a few extra yards after contact.
Yeah, he's got a good leg drive.
31, Cam McCarver.
Yeah, not only is he hitting that hole hard, not only is he making the use of the space, but once he makes contact, he's getting a few yards after that as well. We've seen him throw his body around and batter and bruise this defense, and on 2nd and 3, we might see something similar. Actually, it's Teutsch. He's going to go up on the right side, inside of that tackle, cuts up in for a touchdown. Luke Teutsch from 3 yards out, and Huntington North with the touchdown. We'll cue this one up on the Traction AP replay. I'll show it to you real quick. Landrum in that shotgun, just a simple little outside zone. They pull those 2 guards around, little gag play, and Teutsch takes full advantage. And pending this extra point, we're looking at another tied score. So here it comes, a little bit of pressure. It's a low kick, but it had enough.
The extra point kick by the Vikings.
So 21-21, 2:46 left in this 3rd quarter. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back, more of this action between these NE8 foes on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the end.
Kickoff bob it a little bit, ends up in the hands of Isaac Carswell, who's making the most of this, makes a couple moves and gets out across the 40-yard line, call it the 42.
Yeah, Huntington North trying a little quick one there, a little short kick. Trying to catch the Bulldogs off guard.
Isaac Carswell's got a motor to him. He's a tackler on defense, but strong-willed, strong legs. And he gets his team in pretty good field position to start their second possession of the second half. And once again employing the empty formation. No backs in the backfield with quarterback Jakar Williams. He's got twins to either side, a tight end to his left. He's going to look to the right and deliver that one immediately. I think that one. You think so?
Oh, man. No. Incomplete.
The pass from one, Jakar Williams to 21, DeMarcus Smith is incomplete.
Let's let the folks at home check it out for themselves. Here we'll look at it on the Traction AP replay. Williams knew exactly what to do with it. Quick to his right, off of the chest. I think that one hit the ground. I think it did. Got to use your hands there if you're Jamarcus Smith, though. Would have been a huge play for the Huntington North defense.
Couple late subs here. Trey Bates in.
First time they've had a back in the backfield in this half, I believe. But there's trips into the boundary at the bottom of your screen. They're just going to hand it to Bates. Bates with feeling that pressure immediately. Hitting the backfield, some good rush by that Huntington North front. The one I saw in there, 84, Nate Elliott. I think he was the first man to make contact. And Bates is going to come out now in favor of Kamari Clopton, which one's got to think. Oh, no, how Bates comes in. They're still figuring things out. Big decision-making time for New Haven here. How you face this 3rd and 9. Critical down if you're Huntington North defense. Let's see how it goes. Williams rolling to his left, looking downfield, delivers a strike.
Nobody there.
To no one in particular. James Hardy throwing his hands up. I think he was maybe the intended target. Some sort of miscommunication. Ian Williams trying to figure that one out, but in the meantime, they'll bring the punt unit on, yeah. So Williams will stay out there to punt this one away, presumably. Huntington North sending Luke Teutsch, fresh off of his 3-yard touchdown run, to tie this one up. He'll be the man to receive this punt with 1 minute, 52 seconds left in the third quarter here from Kriegbaum Field.
Oh,
high snap over the head of Williams. Is he going to try and get this one off? He's going to throw it deep. Oh, my goodness, he's got a man.
Oh,
my
through
goodness.
the hands. Almost turned a broken play into a big play.
How was that even close? How did that even... That was out of pure desperation. But nearly worked for them. And when I say Jakar Williams throws a beautiful deep ball, I mean, this couldn't have been put more on the money. We got to check this out on the Traction AP replay. Real high snap. He oversnapped 6'4" Williams, and instead of trying to punt this one away, just heaves it deep. But my goodness, what a throw right on target. Just dropped. Kamari Clopton with the drop, couldn't haul that one in. I don't know if it was the sheer surprise that the ball got there in time or what the deal was, but man, could have been something special. Instead, Huntington North takes over in good field position. Here's Landrum. Hand off to McCarver. No, he's going to keep it. Rolls to his right, and a good one-on-one tackle by Jamarcus Smith.
Pickup of 1.
Landrum not too many carries tonight.
21, Jamarcus Smith on the stop for the Bulldogs. A 1-yard gain to the 42-yard line.
Not a guy that carries the ball a ton. 48 carries this season, 123 yards rushing.
DeKalb up 21-7 on Wawasee with 6:33 left. Central Noble 42, Whitco 0.
And a handoff to Teutsch, who's going to scoot around. Good job reading his blocks there. Good job by the right side of that Huntington North line, getting a little bit of wash down on that New Haven front. Teutsch just kind of skating around in there through the holes. Hand on one of his blockers' backs, following him all the way upfield. Big first down conversion. Huntington North getting that mojo. And this is the phase of this offense that New Haven feared.
Kyle Brewer recognized that this is a team that can really whittle this game down, control the clock, and here we are, under 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Huntington North driving once again. 1st and 10, Landrum in the shotgun, takes a snap. Little counterplay once again. I think that's Wagner.
Maybe a yard.
Been the man on some of these misdirections.
The Vikings 19, Noah Wagner is the ball carrier.
Noah Wagner, in fact, the ball carrier, number 19.
New Haven's 10, Isaac Carswell, and 50, Evian Creech.
So big second and 10 here. You know, if we looked at time of possession, I think Huntington North owned that category tonight.
No doubt. And that's, again, that's their MO. And that's something that New Haven knew was going to be the case, something they'd have to
They're going to take
fight
it to
uphill
the fourth
against.
quarter here, all tied up, 21-21.
And they'll take that fight into the fourth quarter. So put your fours up, Fort Wayne football fans. Here it is, the fourth quarter coming up in this one. All knotted up at 21 from Kriegbaum Field. We'll bring you the fourth quarter right after this break. 21-21, Huntington North driving on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Back at Kriegbaum Field. Here's Huntington North to start the fourth quarter. They're driving. Another handoff to McCarver. Cam McCarver approaching 25 carries on the night. That one only goes for a few. We'll call it a gain of 2. First play of the fourth quarter.
This will be a huge 3rd down and 8. I mean, this is 2-down territory for Huntington North.
And Huntington North converted a number of 3rd and 4th downs on their last possession to score a touchdown. And they are with the handoff to Teutsch once again. That one's going to go for a first down. Maybe. I thought he had a head of steam enough, but they're going to mark him what looks to be just short. Yeah. Looked like he had enough in the tank to get there, but a good tackle.
Dewald on the tackle. Again, here you go, McCarver. You got to think. You ride him.
Well, here they are in that shoot formation. Landrum going to hand it to McCarver.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Yeah, that's real close. New Haven thinks it's going the other way. It's a good stick in that hole. Couldn't tell exactly who got there. Looks like number 15, Jordan DeWalt, at the bottom of that pile.
Measure again.
Well, they should. This one's close.
Yep, this will be the 3rd measure of the game. I hadn't seen a measure all year. 3 tonight.
Well, in the most important of games for these two teams, you might as well be sure. So the white hat summoning out the sticks once again. How many carries you got McCarver at tonight? It's got to be 25 or so, right?
He's at 25.
25 on the dot. There we go. Just over 100 yards, and that one not enough.
Short.
McCarver didn't have enough on that one, and it's going the other way. New Haven's offensive platoon will come out now in a big stop after many late down conversions on their last scoring drive. Couldn't convert that one. I'm telling you, I thought Teutsch had enough the first time. Excuse me, on 3rd down, I should say. But a good stick, enough to knock him back. And that ended up forcing a turnover on downs eventually.
1st and 10 of the 23.
So empty set once again for Williams. He's just going to power this one forward. A big hole for him. He's going to roll out to the left outside of the numbers. Drop a shoulder down.
It's like about 7.
That's right. Pick up a 7 yards for Jakar Williams.
Tackle by the Vikings, 33, Wyatt Couch.
Pretty efficient night on the ground for him. Not too many rushes. That's not his MO exactly, but when he does decide to run it, it's effective. He likes to run it, and he likes to throw it deep.
And his ball's been money tonight. I mean,
it's been excellent. And we'll see another one on second down. He's going to drop that deep. Just too deep. Looking for Kamari Clopton, who's been the deep target as of late. Graham didn't get more than 5 yards down the field that time.
We even got lucky there. It looked like number 62 was holding one of the Huntington North players.
This New Haven offensive line doing a pretty good job in pass protection tonight. They've had a lot of chances. I'm telling you, I think there's only been
3rd and 3 here.
Yeah, maybe 2 snaps in the second half with the back in the backfield. Once again, an empty set, and once again, a Jakar Williams rush. He's going to have a lot more. Sheds a couple guys. We'll call that a
first down. 13 yards.
13 yards. You're quicker with the math than I am. 13 yards there for Jakar Williams. Once again, an effective rush. Feeling out that Huntington North rush and evading it.
Yeah, the second half, he's got 26 yards on 3 carries.
And he's just fast enough to outrun some of those linebackers in pursuit. Cam McCarver being one of them. He's going to spy Williams on this first down. He throws it out quick to Mylan Graham, who catches it and is caught immediately by Noah Wagner in coverage there. Well, that gain is about 7. So it's a 2nd and 3 now. Right at midfield, right on the 50-yard line. 9:40 left in this game. All tied up at 21. New Haven looking for a critical push here. Once again in the empty set. Twins to both sides, a tight end to his left. And he's going to run that way. Avion Creech out in front of him with the big block. Jakar Williams follows them past the first down marker, past the 45-yard line into Viking territory. And it's no question what Boer's emphasis was on this possession here. Jakar Williams doing all the rushing himself. Trey Bates been the bell cow back. Haven't seen Quantrell Sanders maybe but once. This time they're not utilizing either of them. They're just giving the ball to Williams and letting him power his way forward.
Yeah, he's tough to bring down.
Absolutely.
Big frame.
He's a big play machine. We'll see what he's got on first down. Looks quick. Delivers out in the flat to Mylan Graham, who splits a couple defenders, but a good tackle there. Looks like 84, Nate Elliott from his defensive end position. Good job getting out there. That's a tough play for a defensive end to make. So you can throw it deep to Mylan Graham, or you can throw it in the flat and let him do all the work. Whatever you do with him, traditionally it works. And right now it's working for New Haven. That's their 2nd first down conversion in a row. Empty set once again. Tight end to the right side of the formation. He's going to look left, deliver a nice ball, a nice little pattern there, a slant and out route. That one goes to number 17.
The pass is complete from 1, Jakar Williams.
And that would be Martin King. I believe that's his first catch of the night.
17 on the pickup.
17 for number 17, and 3rd first down in a row for this New Haven offense. They are rolling with Jakar Williams calling the shots, directing his receivers around once again in the empty set, and he's just going to run this one. He's got a big lane, and he's got a touchdown. Jakar Williams fired up
with a 9-yard touchdown run for the Bulldogs.
and responsible for all 4 of the touchdowns tonight for New Haven. At least had some part in them, whether it's the deep ball or getting it done on the ground with his legs. 4 carries, I believe it was, on that possession, and made use of just about all of them. Here it is again on the Traction AP replay while they get set up for the extra point, and just no hesitation. You know, gets to see where those linebackers go, makes a quick move, and he's a lot faster than he looks, folks. 6'4", 220, and he's hard to bring down. Del Cid's extra point is up, and it's good.
The extra point kick by
28-21 is the score here. And that'll take us to one more break. We'll come back here. 8:26 left in the 4th quarter. New Haven up by 7, 28-21. And you're watching some postseason high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
On behalf of the Indianapolis
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Back here at Kriegbaum Field, New Haven took a 28-21 lead on a short rushing touchdown by Jakar Williams. And right now, William Del Cid delivers this one back. Good kick and a pretty good return.
About 21 on the return.
And the consistency that Huntington North is starting with on some of these offensive possessions is very good. I mean, it's been almost at the 25-yard line just about every time. They're getting used to starting here. They're kind of getting in that rhythm.
8:20 left here. This is a crucial possession from Huntington North. They've had 2 turnover on downs here in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think you change anything about your MO if you're Huntington North, though. Continue riding McCarver. I think he's your workhorse guy, your every down back that can carry this team, and we'll see how they go on first down. Landrum gets the snap, hands it to Teutsch, and met immediately. Isaac Carswell with a tackle for loss. Came in tonight leading the NE8 conference in tackle for loss with 12. And with my math, that would be 13 of them on the season. Carswell having another great year.
A loss of 2 yards on the play.
Trying to preserve this lead for his New Haven team. So a loss of 2. Landrum and company will take over at the 2nd and 12. 7:50 remaining in the game.
I think I might play action here. We've got a lot of runs.
And there it is. Play action fakes it. Delivers another one lofting. And Trout was the intended receiver once again. There's Quantry Sanders getting his hand in the mix there, breaking it up. And he now we know why he's not quite getting those carries. Got a cast on his hand. Held it up as if he was the champ. Did Kamari Clopton. And that was a good pass break up there. I like the ball that Landrum could put up there. More often than not, it's the way of Dylan Trout. He's had a number of targets tonight, but the last few of them been broken up or affected by pass interference. So 3rd and 12 here. Landrum will send Wagner in motion way out. He's going to pass it over the middle.
Oh, picked off. Quandry Sanders.
There's Sanders. No issue catching that with the pad on his hand. Excuse me. That's Trey Thomas.
Oh, that is Trey
right
Thomas.
At the goal line. Touchdown. A pick 6 for Trey Thomas, his 3rd of the season, matching his team-leading 3 of last season, and why not? Huge defensive play for New Haven. And some redemption for Trey Thomas after 2 pass interference calls on the last possession. His last 2 attempts before that one at breaking up a pass resulted in pass interference that gave Huntington North another chance to work, and that time picks it off, works his way all the way past the goal line for a New Haven defensive score. So a 2-score game now in favor of the Bulldogs. Del Cid lines up the extra point. Mylan Graham on the hold. Snaps there, hold is down, kick is up. And so are the arms. That one is good.
The extra point kick by the Bulldogs, 18. William Del Cid Gonzalez is good.
So New Haven 35, Huntington North 21. We'll get some scores here before we kick it off. It looks like East Noble scores, and they take a lead 21-20 with 6:11 to play. Adams Central up 25-7 on Busco. Garrett was down 22-0.
From state championship events by following the IHSAA on Twitter.
We got 48-6 Concordia up. So that one will be a running clock.
IHSAA 1.
26-14 the score. Prairie Heights over Woodland. Woodland making a bit of a comeback there after falling behind 26-0.
Tippecanoe Valley 22. Garrett scored, so make it 8. So that East Noble game is going to come down to this possession here, Leo will have the ball.
Exciting stuff happening around the 2-6-0, including this one here at Kriegbaum Field. New Haven delivers this one. Del Cid with the kickoff. Should have just let that one go out of bounds.
Yeah.
And instead of the 35 or 40, they're starting on their own 15. So a good kick by Del Cid. Executed exactly how he wanted it, I'm sure.
Yeah, those last two possessions have really took the steam out of Huntington North. I mean, they had them here 21-21 going into the fourth quarter, and now they're down 2 scores.
Yeah, that failed fourth down conversion proved to be a little bit of the difference so far since then. A 14-0 run in favor of New Haven. So here they are on the shotgun. Landrum, low snap, throws that one out there to McCarver.
Missed tackle.
Carswell
He's still on his feet.
Chuck him. Not enough.
He could go.
Can't bring this man down with arm tackles. Maybe won't bring him down at all. Clopton in pursuit, but can't get there. Touchdown, McCarver. He's going to let him know.
85 yards.
Man, talk about a shot in the arm. This guy's delivered shots all night. Huntington North's playmaker. Viking tough tonight. We'll check it out on the Traction AP replay. Almost got to. Nice little play action. Good job slipping into the flat. Carswell had him but decided not to wrap him up. Opted for the big hit and a beautiful stiff arm on Clopton. Now, credit Clopton. He didn't give up on the play, but McCarver just enough to outlast him and crosses that goal line. Touchdown. The extra point, you just missed it, but it's good. So I'll catch up and count that touchdown. And now we got 35-28 in favor of New Haven. We'll go ahead and keep it here.
Yeah, Coach Prescott pulling his whole crew together saying, hey, guys, this is where we got to get it. We got to get a stop here if we want to keep our season alive.
No doubt. They got the energy. They know what's at stake. Neither of these teams, I should say it's been a season since either of these teams have won a postseason game. Each won their first sectional game in 2019. They're fighting for the right to play another week here. So New Haven with all the momentum leading up to that play, and McCarver takes some of the air out of that sideline, and now Huntington North jazzed up. They got some energy. They know that they've been able to score with New Haven. Maybe hasn't or wasn't the case last week in that second half as New Haven started to pull away and really show that big playmaking ability and ability to get Huntington North off of the field consistently has not been the case tonight. Huntington North really going blow for blow, and minus just a few plays, they've probably made fewer mistakes overall than New Haven if you count the drops and some of these penalties that have kept Huntington North on the field. It's been a pretty clean game from either side. And we'll continue it with the kickoff here. Huntington North delivers that one to Kamari Clopton. A flag out on the play will more than likely negate this solid return from Clopton.
The kickoff is returned by 2, Kamari Clopton. There is a flag on this kickoff. The penalty is holding against New Haven.
So big break there for Huntington North. Another penalty on New Haven. Really, penalties have shot New Haven in the foot here in the second half.
No doubt.
A couple pass interference, some holding. East Noble still up 21-20 with 3:30 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. We got a good one here, 35-28. Huntington North only down 7 with 7 minutes to play. You know, if I'm New Haven here, I take a big shot down the field, you know, try to kill this momentum.
It's been in the cards all night for them. They're going to continue empty set. Williams going to continue running the ball. Nice little shifty move across the middle there. Picks up about 7 on the play. Probably averaging about 7 on the carries here in the second half. He's done an effective job just with that quarterback power. some of these guards. Avion Creech, I think you mentioned earlier, number 62. And that would be Mason Knock. Those guys pulling around for Williams, who's going to throw it now on second down. He's rolling around, delivers that one. I think that's King, possibly Martin King with his second catch of the night. A big gain there. That'll definitely move the sticks.
16.
And I'd say I'm surprised at this point in the game that New Haven is, deciding to pass when they have this lead. But if you've watched the whole game leading up to this point, you shouldn't be surprised at all. They got Williams in this role where he can kind of be a wildcat quarterback if he needs, or he can deliver the ball exactly where it's got to be. He's been on point tonight with his passes. We might very well see another one here again on first down. He's going to take a 7-yard snap just about. He's got a ton of time back there too. Delivering it quick though. Mylan Graham out in the flat. He's just going to step out of bounds after picking up 11 yards. So that'll be enough for the first as well. They're into Huntington North territory once again. And that was pretty quick. They're at the 45-yard line going in now. And boy, Williams is a few yards back than we normally see a quarterback in the shotgun, just giving himself a little bit of extra time. He's got a strong enough arm to make up for that. And once again, he'll have an empty formation. Twins to either side, a tight end on the left of that offensive line. Two guys pull in front of him. He's going to run it once again. Cuts off of the butt of one of those guards, cuts a couple more times, and he's running toward that left sideline.
Pickup of 15.
Jakar Williams rushes the ball for the Bulldogs.
He's been very effective in the running game. And I like how they're utilizing him.
First and 10 for New Haven.
Getting these big guards out in front of him.
He's got 65 yards rushing here in the second half.
Let's check out that last carry on the Traction AP replay. Once again, no hesitation. I mean, he's patient with the approach. He's patient when he gets to that level and makes his reads on what guys are doing to make a move. But, man, he knows exactly where he's going to start. He hits that hole faster than he looks, I'm telling you.
Haven will take some time here.
He delivers one across the middle. Miscommunication, yeah. Clopton was running deep, and Williams threw it a little bit shorter.
The pass from one, Jakar Williams.
Threw it at his feet.
Clopton is incomplete.
Clopton been a frequent target here in the second half.
At the 30-yard line.
But that one, no dice. Empty set again. Haven't seen a running back in a long time. Jakar Williams kind of playing both roles. Twins to either side, tight end to his right. They'll block this with 6. He's going to run to that tight end side, try and make a move, but a good job containing that one. Great job there by Nate Elliott. Nate Elliott doing a great job stringing that one out, I should say. Surviving the stiff arm from Jakar Williams. Letting some of his other guys pursue, and yeah, results in a loss. So now New Haven, after some of these big plays, big rushing plays, all of a sudden, 3rd and 12. And Huntington North's going to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and take one with them. So when we get back, we'll be under 5 minutes to play here in the game. 35-28 in favor of New Haven. You are watching postseason high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Back to the action here at Kriegbaum Field.
Huge 3rd and 12 from the Huntington North 32-yard line for the Bulldogs.
New Haven up 7. They're going to throw it again. A good.
Oh, through his hands.
Good little slant route there. Graham beat Wagner off of the ball. Wagner had been in pretty good coverage all night long, but just a bit behind Graham. but
now,
probably a ball that he wants back.
Here is an interesting position. Do you pooch punt it here and pin them and let your defense hold them, or do you give them decent field position?
Now, if it were me, I might utilize that quick kick you mentioned, the little pooch punt. Huntington North, an offense that's probably not going to throw it too effectively. Then again, we said that with an 85-yard pass last time. And here the pass is Williams, but no time to do it. Sacked on the play. They rushed 5. And in there making the sack, Bailey Landrum. Huge defensive plays by both of these teams in the second half. One of them results in a touchdown for New Haven. One of them gives the ball back to their offense, Bailey Landrum. Let's check out that sack on the Traction AP replay. Here they go with a nice blitz. 2 guys pressuring him from his blind side, and Landrum the one to bring him down. Actually, Keegan Landrum also there with the pressure.
Big update over at East Noble. Leo just scored, made it 26-21. They missed the 2-point conversion, so East Noble with a score can win the game with 2:20 left. Looks like we have a New Haven timeout.
Oh, that was New Haven's timeout. Okay. Well, 4:43 left here at Kriegbaum Field. We're going to keep it here while they take a timeout. Obviously, hindsight is easy to point out, but I agree with you. I think that maybe a pooch punt there and try and pin these guys deep maybe was a better play, especially when you're getting comfortable in that empty set. All of a sudden, this defense throws a little bit of a wrinkle at you, and you're unable to protect it with 5. That's exactly what happened. Jakar Williams went down, and now this New Haven defense having to make a big stop. Huntington North did a good job halting that momentum with their last offensive possession with a huge play on, one play, 85-yard drive, and they had some energy. This team is not done yet.
Yeah, the one thing that New Haven has done the second half is they have controlled McCarver's running game.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that real long pass reception, but running-wise, they've shut him down a bit here in the second half.
And that's the beauty of a guy that's been as consistent as McCarver has been for this Huntington North offense. Is he's kind of your the guy you play off of with some of these plays. And this time they're just going to hand it to him on first down. He breaks through that first level, and he's going to get
the first down.
Big run. I think he shook 3 tackles at the line of scrimmage. In a big game. I mean, busting through these contact. Let's check it out on the Traction AP replay real fast. And here he goes getting met. Good blocks on the inside, too. Just a stalemate. Jarrell Jackson, the one bringing him down eventually. But here is Landrum with a deep ball over the left side.
Trey Thomas almost had another interception. Right idea. That's a bit risky there.
We might as well check this one out, too. Let's take a look. Landrum with a nice ball. I mean, for as little as this guy passes, he's got some good touch on this ball. Just too far, though.
45-yard line.
Would have been a great adjustment by Trey Thomas, and he knows he should have had that one. Would have been his 4th pick of the year, 2nd of the game, and here we go on 2nd and 10. Landrum fakes, passes over the middle, hard pass, great catch. In traffic.
Number 44.
I think that's
number 14.
Yeah, Bailey Landrum making a play on offense, getting his team the ball back, and now getting a first down. Huntington North driving. They're here in Bulldog territory, just over the 45-yard line, and they got some hustle to him. Here's Landrum on 1st and 10. Takes it from the shotgun. He's passing. He's rolling to his right, looking, throwing off his back foot. A little bit short.
Incomplete.
Too short. That one hit the ground. Intended receiver looks like Gallegos. No, Wagner, excuse me, number 19.
At the 44-yard line.
Not too defined on the numbers here on these uniforms for Huntington North, but
tough to see on the sleeves.
Yeah. But McCarver has defined the performance here for Huntington North. He's actually in the slot. They'll have twins to either side. Twitch to Wagner's left.
Coming.
Quick pass. Too high. I think it caught Trout by surprise there. Dylan Trout, number 86, the intended receiver. He's had a number of targets tonight, but I believe his only catch was that 30-yard touchdown. Other than that, been either interfered with or that time I think it just snuck up on him. Couldn't quite get his hands up in time and
Big 3rd and 10 here.
Kamari Clopton would have had a great play, and yeah, New Haven, big down, money down on 3rd and 10. Landrum, nobody to fake to.
He's short. Oh, we got a flag for the face mask.
Must have been.
Looked like his hand just kind of got stuck maybe on the helmet from our angle. Have to take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, still taking advantage of some of that looser coverage. Quick play.
Yeah, it looks like the hand just got close to the face mask.
Yeah, it might be that 5 yard.
Kind of the unintentional.
Just grabbing the face mask. Yeah,
but that's a first down.
That's right, inadvertent. Even if it's inadvertent, even if it's accidental, they're going to call that. And
3:47 left.
Yeah, I think it was only a, 7 yard gain on a 3rd down, but 5 extra yards, they pick up the first. So here they are again, 1st and 10. Landrum in the shotgun, Teutsch to his right. He's going to take the snap and roll again. They've passed on 4 straight plays. Here he goes, delivering, out of bounds. Under duress, number 15.
Pass is incomplete. Pressure applied by New Haven's
Jordan DeWalt.
Over in Kendallville, getting dicey. East Noble to score a touchdown. 2 minutes left.
So what's that score now?
East Noble 27, Leo 26.
Wow.
1:55 left. It's a barn burner.
Some of these NE8 rematches coming down to the wire here. 3:32 left in the game here.
It's hard to beat a team 2 times.
That's exactly right. Huntington North trying to make that the case here. 5th straight pass for Landrum.
Oh, wide open. Oh,
man.
Through the hands.
Dylan Trout once again the target. Another little short crossing route. Taking advantage of some of that loose coverage. Man, New Haven really testing them in the passing game. They're kind of letting them get these passes off. And right now, they haven't converted too many of them. I think they've only completed just a couple passes. 5 straight passes. They might have completed just 2. And here they are on 3rd down now. Big 3rd and 10. Landrum going to pass again. Deep over the left side. Picked off by Kamari Clopton. Going along that right side. He's got some room. He's going to step out. Just shy of the 45. I'm trying to sort out exactly what was going on. A little bit of smack talk down the field. I think some are upset of some of the blocks down the field after that.
That's tough right there. That could be the dagger.
Yep, depending on what happens here. Let's take a look at the AP replay. That ball's away, and we'll just show you the play on the ball by Clopton, who had some room. Pretty nice return. Returned that maybe about 30 yards. He's got a defensive touchdown this year and sets his offense up nicely. 1st and 10. They got Bates in the backfield once again. Now they're going to employ that running game.
And now Coach Prescott will use his timeouts.
Carrying the ball for the Bulldogs, 16, LaTrevion.
East Noble did convert the 2-point conversion, so it's 29-26.
31, Cam McCarver makes the tackle for the Vikings. Timeout, Huntington North.
I don't think Leo has much of a kicking game because they tend to go for 2 after every touchdown.
Well, I'm sure they're getting more than 3 yards a pop, so I can't really blame them for trying every single time from 3 yards out. A touchdown separating the game in this one.
Yeah, you got to think that New Haven's just going to keep that ball on the ground.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Jakar Williams continued to stay involved in the running game like he has so effectively in this half. He's got to have nearly 10 carries in this half. And a lot of the time he's been back there by himself. Not going to be the case on this possession. I got a final score. Concordia 48, Northwestern 14. So Concordia wins their first game of the season since week 1 against Southside. And they're moving on to the second round of this sectional. And here in this sectional, sectional 20, coming down to the wire. New Haven taking the snap. Trey Bates on the carry, met immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Another timeout.
It's like number 82, Josh Hill. For Huntington North Jr., 6'1", 178. He was the first one there on the tackle, just ahead of the Huntington North timeout. That is Bob Prescott's last timeout to work with. And presumably a running play coming up here for New Haven, in which case they'll just keep this this clock running, and if Huntington North does make the stop, they'll get the ball back with between 2 and 2.5 minutes to go in this game, more than likely. Won't have any timeouts left. We did see him employ the pass a lot on that last possession. Probably threw more on that last possession than the entire game leading up to it. They had some opportunities, a couple drops.
Yeah, they kind of abandoned the run on that possession, and I think a good balance, they'd still be in possession of the ball.
Yeah, a lot of spread looks, which we haven't hardly seen at all.
So a big 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs here.
A down that Huntington North needs to get. Here they go.
A little play.
Jakar Williams going to fake it, loft it, but just too far.
So now New Haven will have to punt.
The pass from the Bulldogs.
Just not over yet.
Well, it's hindsight again, looking at what could have been on a play like that and what you wish would have happened, but Graham was pretty open. I mean, he lofted that a little too far, obviously, and
we haven't seen that tonight where he's overthrown his receiver.
No, his ball's been on the money. It's a pretty looking ball, and he threw it. Just the look of it was just like every other throw tonight, but I don't know if it was the fact that he was open. Sometimes those throws where your guy is open are even harder to make. So that'll result in the 4th down. They're going to punt it away, a little bit of pressure, but Williams gets that one off in a good punt. Good bounce inside the 15. Awesome roll for New Haven.
So Vikings have another chance here to keep their season alive. 2:51 left.
And, you know, we've seen the Vikings obviously eat up some clock, obviously eat up some field, and score on a long drive, but we've also seen them convert a real quick possession. You know, one play, 85 yards, their last touchdown. Cam McCarver, been their workhorse. He's the guy who slipped out in the flat and made him pay for some arm tackles. And this is a situation where such a primarily rushing offense like Huntington North has really got to dip into their playbook and really got to, you know, go against a good secondary for New Haven. And here's Landrum in the shotgun. Teutsch to his left. McCarver to his left as well at the wing. McCarver's going to split out. He looks that way over to the left. He's going to loft one to him.
Got McCarver.
Good adjustment. Good adjustment by McCarver. He's still on his feet.
Got the first down. They got to hustle up and get to the line. Now the clock does stop once the chain's set.
So the bottom of the pile, these two guys, Carswell, the one that initially made contact.
21, I think.
Carswell in coverage there, actually, but a phenomenal adjustment. I wouldn't say that was a great throw. It was, you know, off his back foot. He's evading pressure, but where it needed to be, McCarver bailed him out. Here's Landrum again. 1st down and 10. He'll take a snap, look to his right now, look to his left, deliver it deep again. Clopton wrestling with it. And there's Trout. They call it a completion. Dual possession goes to the offense in this case. Kind of a case-by-case basis. That's the ruling officially, is, you know, according to the rule book.
26 for Trout.
26-yard gain there. Now they're at the 40-yard line of New Haven.
2:21.
Clock will roll on the whistle from the official. Here we go, Landrum in the shotgun again.
Clock is moving, 2:15.
McCarver at the wing, Teutsch to his right in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's going to fake it. He's going to look. He's going to roll up. Step up in the pocket. Too far.
He could have ran it. Good idea, though. Throw it away.
I think that was Noah Wagner, one of their downfield playmakers. Had some time. Good little pocket there.
At the 40-yard line.
Haven't seen a lot of pass protection from this Huntington North offensive line other than some of the recent possessions. But that time it looked pretty good. Landrum had a lot of time to throw, and they'll more than likely throw again here on 2nd and 10. 2:06 left in this one. 7-point deficit for Huntington North. Here they go, another pass play. Good pass protection. He's looking to his left, looks across the middle.
Got Trout.
He's got Trout on the crossing route. Trout's got a little bit of room, and 2 defenders bring him down.
To the 15.
Not until he gets a
25.
huge gain, 25-yard gain. Another catch from Trout. He had the 30-yard touchdown earlier in the game. He's getting some work tonight. 25-yard reception there. Landrum making it work in the passing game. Here he goes again on 1st and 10. Fakes that one, looks to his left, delivers it quick to McCarver.
Breaks the tackle, got another one.
Can he shake a third?
And he's in! McCarver! Carving his way. 15 yards.
What else can you say? And I would be remiss if I did not show you this traction
Holy
AP
smokes.
replay. I mean, McCarver's been the spark plug, but this is just crazy. 1 tackle missed, 2 tackle missed, 3 tackle missed, he's in. And he's letting them know it.
McCarver's got 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving. What a night. 200 plus all-purpose yards. They're going
go
for two.
Didn't get it.
Oh.
Took me a second to realize.
Oh,
Didn't
man.
quite get it.
Playing the momentum. Now you got an onside kick.
The 2-point conversion attempt is no good. The score is New Haven.
Yeah, with no timeouts left.
34.
Vikings down by 1.
Leo is driving with 23 seconds left at the East Noble 24-yard line. Man, that's a tough one there.
We'll definitely see
I think
an
they were
onside
trying to
kick
catch
here.
New Haven off guard a little bit, going for 2. They kind of hurried up, got up to the line.
Yeah, no hesitation on that. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. Bob Prescott rolling the dice.
Riding his senior, McCarver.
Yeah, good recovery there by New Haven after the big play. McCarver's just been really hard to tackle in space. As good of a tackling team as some of these linebackers and defensive backs are from New Haven, that's just a big man. That's a big man to tackle in space, and he's had the mojo all night. Hopefully a little more mojo, at least for Huntington North's sake, on this onside kick. Looks like Landon Zider to kick it.
Decent.
Soft kick. And
Haven's
right
got
to
it.
the hands team. New Haven recovered this one. So with no timeouts left, Huntington North takes over on defense.
Big catch for Leo down to the 4-yard line. And I think they have a timeout, so they did take a timeout. So they have a 1st and goal with 9 seconds left.
Thank goodness this isn't going to overtime.
140 here. I think New Haven could just run the clock out. I do not believe.
Yeah, it looks like they're just in a victory formation. They are out of timeouts as Huntington North. And
tough night to lose a game.
Man, what a finish, though. The fight in this Huntington North team should not go unnoticed, should not go underappreciated. This is a team, remind you, that lost by 30 points this time last week. This time last week, they were walking off of, New Haven senior night, knew they were going to play these guys this week, and really delivered. Made those adjustments, figured out what worked for him, and stayed with it. Landrum delivering a pretty good passing performance even late in this game.
Yeah, here in the second half, he had 85, 20, 105. You're looking at 131, 171 just in the second half.
Man,
really in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, just honestly 2 or 3 possessions worth. It's not much more than that. And now we're under a minute to go in this game. New Haven will likely take one more snap, and that should do it. 32 seconds on the play clock, 48 seconds on the game clock.
Leo just scored. Touchdown.
How much they got in that game? Less than a minute over there?
They got 5 seconds.
5 seconds. So the NE8 delivering on the thrilling finishes tonight. So New Haven will take a knee, and that'll do it. New Haven will play, was it Mississinewa?
I do believe Mississinewa. I do believe New Haven will be home next week. I think the bottom of the bracket usually gets home field advantage. So Summit City Sports will be out there at New Haven, or probably down at Miss Sinwaa. I'm sure we'll bring that game to you, to your living rooms. You can't make it. Final score, New Haven 35, Huntington North 34.
35, Huntington North 34.
Well, this was a fun one, and we'll take a quick break here and recap it when we get back. Final score, like Steve just mentioned, in a thrilling finish. New Haven 35, Huntington North 34. We'll be right back on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Once again, your final score here from Kriegbaum Field, 35-34 in favor of New Haven. Just a great finish between these familiar foes. Can't say enough about the fight that Huntington North portrayed here in the final moments of this game. Keegan Landrum, their quarterback, opting to pass more than run.
Yeah, he had 191 yards passing. That is pretty impressive, and most of those came in the fourth quarter. You know, he had only thrown 30 yards in the first. Down the stretch, he was 2, 4, 5. He was 6 of 9. So great performance by Keegan Landrum. And then you got to give it to McCarver. Heck of a night. The senior leaving it all out on the field. He rushed for 127 yards and received 120 yards. He had an 85-yard touchdown reception, 2-yard touchdown run. And you also got to give it to Trout. He had a couple nice catches down the middle. It was just quite a performance tonight for Huntington North. They really did redeem themselves after a 30-point loss last week, losing 1 point tonight. They went for it on a 2-point conversion to try to go for the win, and they were unsuccessful, and they fall short by 1 point here tonight.
Well, if you remember, it's a mega throwback even when, before I was born, but the Tom Osborne decision in the Orange Bowl, I think that even though they lost that game, to go for it kind of played in his favor. I think Bob Prescott maybe earned some fans tonight as you see the Huntington North faithful down there greeting the team and thanking them for a hard-fought season. Can't understate how thrilling a finish this was, how much we can owe to that Huntington North offense for that. Getting out of their comfort zone. I think they made the proper adaptations tonight.
And it was even with 2 picks down the stretch.
Right.
I mean, we thought New Haven had the game, the door closed on the game, but, they just kept clawing. They kept fighting. New Haven started the game basically Jakar Williams. I mean, he had 3 TD passes and 1 run, and the big key was in the second half. Jakar Williams, he ran for over 50 yards, kind of the rushing threat for the Bulldogs. They really didn't have a rushing game here tonight, and we understand why. Quandre Sanders has a cast on his hand. It's tough to carry the ball when you got a cast on, but he did have a big play defensively, and then Thomas came up with a pick 6, and that really sealed the deal for the Bulldogs here tonight.
Yep, New Haven outlasts Huntington North. Behind mostly, at least on the offensive end, Jakar Williams, you mentioned him. I guess if we had to give out a Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Night, we might as well give it to Jakar Williams on the Traction AP replay. Here's one of his deep passing plays, 61 yards to Mylan Graham. Just a beautiful ball. He had some really accurate passes. I mean, especially on that deep ball, just looked great.
Yeah, one of the ones that didn't become a completion but was a heck of a throw was the punt Remember the punt that went over his head, and he just threw it down the field right to his receiver, right through his hands. And he had about 3 or 4 of those tonight where his receivers didn't help himself out. I mean, he probably would have thrown for 400 yards had those receivers dialed in tonight and caught those.
Yeah, and some of the improv, too, I think, on the scrambling around a little bit. Not all those runs were exactly called, exactly drawn up. I mean, the effective ones were, but Jakar Williams in his 3rd year as a starter definitely making his presence known, and because of that, New Haven will be moving on in the sectional 20 and 4A. They will likely be playing Mississinawa. And unfortunately for Huntington North.
Yeah, it looks like Jakar Williams on the night. He threw for 307 yards.
Yep.
And 3 TD passes and one run. So heck of a night. He had, looks like 75 yards rushing, 50 of those in the second half. Just an impressive night by Jakar Williams.
One more look at a Traction AP replay. Another one of his deep balls. This one, 60 yards. Just showing you exactly what we're talking about, rolling around a little bit. Man, slinging that thing wide open, Kamari Clopton. Jakar Williams in on every single touchdown New Haven scored tonight. Once again, your final, 35-34. Excellent finish here at Kriegbaum Field. Thanks to Huntington North for an excellent effort. Thanks to New Haven for supplying the other end of the thrilling finish. Thank you very much to Steve Orth and Aiden Orth, my broadcast partners tonight. Thank you very much to all the listeners and viewers for tuning in. Final score from Kriegbaum Field, 35-34. This has been postseason high school football on SummitCitySports.com. We'll see you next week.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand.